Let me play amongst the stars. Welcome, everyone, to Dave's Drama Diner, episode 33, a very esoteric number, if you're into that sort of thing, with great meaning and great power. And I'm glad that you could join us here today. As we always do, let's start off the show by showing our gratitude and appreciation for all those who have chosen to spend their time with us here today. We have, first and foremost, Clambaked, who made it clear that he was first. We've got the man with the mighty wrench, Chad. We've got Real Talk Metaphor Messiah. Sleazy Cyan, again, thank you for that donation yesterday. The Nine God himself, Nicky Nine, just coming off a great stream. Jay Diz, one of the multiple representatives of the Community Black Caucus. We have Jacob RP, the slightly superior Latino in the chat. Not compared to me, but obviously compared to that piece of shit SC Greasy Illegal. But thank you for joining us. We have Travis TLC. We have Danimal. Bam 6956. Birdman, Bird. Just saying man, because I still live in the late 70s or something. Will Tactics. He actually belongs to the Black Caucus as well. And yeah, so far we have 28 viewers, whether real or fake. Oh, there's Bullseye. And I guess it's a slow day for it's not a slow day. It's maybe it's a busy day for all the trolls, because we only have one thumbs down so far. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure they will be informed of this great video. The news, the video alerts, I should say, always fuck up. So eventually we'll get those nice thumbs down, as we always do. And it's always appreciated. But yes, let us talk about what's been going on. These past couple of days have just been nuts. And not only for us who are running shows, but people that are watching stuff. And it's been enjoyable, not just what's been told to me from the audience, or multiple audiences, I should say, and from what I've witnessed, whether it be Friday Night Fire or everything that's come up to this point. But I've enjoyed being part of it and listening back to it. Just some crazy stuff going on, very enjoyable, and quite ludicrous enough that we must take issue with it, because, we point out these sorts of things here. And, it looks like a few more people are filtering in. Those alerts do suck. So Extreme Shaft, apparently one of the Bars brothers, and he did a great job yesterday on my stream. Close to 6 hours. That was actually really, really good. I was listening back again today, and just some really good points. And some great banter between people. Shout out to Festlove in the chat. But yes, so we know, obviously, what happened yesterday, or I'm sure that you do, that Bullfrog eventually broke down on my show, which is not something that we intended to do. But many people did, I'll be honest. Many people in the chat did mention that they did have no sympathy for Bullfrog, because this was exactly what he had brought on to himself, and that you can't, and this is, I'm being honest here, because this is what, these statements aren't just fact, it's common sense. But if you go around to all these different communities and start to create this conflict between them all, especially when Bullfrog is trying to raise that conflict, to create that friction, so that he is basically being fought over, it will bring this out. And I know Nikki wants to be kind to this, and so does Ken as well. But the fact is, though, that honestly, until I see those medical papers, I can only take him at his word. How dare me assume that because somebody acts like a retard that they are a retard? How dare me? And how dare anybody else? But if you can prove it, you can't, he obviously does it Down syndrome, right? If he had Down syndrome and it was visible, it'd be like, okay, yeah, that's kind of shitty of you, Dave, to fucking, criticize a guy who's got Down syndrome. But then again, let's be honest, every person that I've met that has Down syndrome, or people that I've seen on the news or something, they're way more capable than Bullfrog ever would be. So the thing is, though, Bullfrog needs to understand this. And this bullshit of leaving the community, oh, I'm going to leave the community, I'm going to kill myself, shut the fuck up. And the leaving of the community, that's what Nicky Nine said the other day, is that would have been the best thing for him. But we've all been saying that for the longest time, because if he can't handle the heat, get out of the fucking diner kitchen. Simple as that. And he's just so obsessed with being the center of attention, because that is based on his ego, that he can't let go. And sorry, Bullfrog, if you claim to be a grown adult of 42 years old, you can do whatever you want, as you've stated, and I still have yet to see information that proves that essentially you are this invalid that people claim that you are. Then the respectful thing, not just to you, but to myself, okay, honor and duty, would be to treat you exactly as you are asking to be treated, as a competent and capable adult who is accountable for their actions. That is how I expect to be treated as well, and how I instruct others to treat me, because that is the appropriate thing to do. We're all adults, are we not? But unless I can see evidence that proves otherwise, then I have to treat you the way that you are asking me to treat you. Now let's go back to the chat here, because I'm seeing some things that have been mentioned. J-Diz says he's deserved it. Many people share that sentiment, J-Diz, and I can't morally speak pro or against it. The fact is, he is accountable for his actions, and he did these things. So we just can't, okay, so somebody who had mental issues ended up taking a gun and shooting people. Oh, no, it's okay. Like, they're mentally retarded. No, they're still accountable for their action, and they're dangerous to themselves and others. So rather than to allow for that situation to occur again, you put them in an institute and keep them away forever. Back to the chat. Cody Mastro says, Dave, did you see Bullfrog's freak out on Joe's? Yes, I actually saw it a few minutes after it occurred. And we will be discussing that, actually. Festlove says, Froggy went psycho and wondering what happened in the 4 to 5 hours after this stream. Why he took his anger of DDR and C-Man to Joe. That's a very good point. And yes, that was quite some time in the delay. The guy technically could have gone live himself, as he's done in the past. But yeah, why wait that long? Bam says, but he freaked out over a flag. LOL, it would have been different if it was over doxing, in my opinion. Yes, that is a good point, too. That is a very good point. Bam says, Yip Frog is over in Sean's View chat. LOL, he loves the community. He loves the attention, just like Tony. Yes, it's so sad. So sad. But that's the thing that I've always told Bullfrog is keep my name out of your mouth. First of all, I don't like the sexual harassment and all this shit, not only to myself, but to other people. It ruins shows, it's disgusting, it's illegal, and there's no point, okay? And then there's the stuff that he does in private. That's not acceptable. He's been told to stop doing that. And yet he still volunteers me as his white knight to go fight his battles when I told him not to? Like, who the fuck does he think he is? In that sense, I'm not giving him any quarter, nor mercy. I told you, I'm not your knight. Do not put my name in your mouth, and stop volunteering me to clean up your fucking messes. Who the fuck am I, Harvey Keitel in fucking Pulp Fiction? Shit, Julius. Shit. All right, back to the chat. Leaping Lizard, thank you for coming. He says, Bullfat was on Joe's show later that night, blaming him for everything. Screw that toad, I have no sympathy for him. Yes, actually, that is what Cody Mastro was referring to, what I have been referring to since the beginning of the show. And, yeah, something I will be reviewing in just a short moment. 43 viewers right now, including this guy, Real Spine-Chilling Stories Online. Haven't seen you around. Says, yeah, last night Bullfrog had a damn heart attack. On whose show? Mine or Joe's? Because it sounded more like he had experienced multiple cardiac failures on my show. But if you haven't heard that, you definitely want to go back about an hour prior to the completion of the show. So 5 hours? Because it's 5 hours and 56 minutes, so just about an hour. But yeah, go to that point and onwards, you will see that. Shout out to Danimal, who's putting up my PayPal info in the chat. Steve Callan says, Bullfrog is accountable for his actions. We all are. We all are. Because if we're not, then technically we're not going to be on fucking YouTube. We're not going to be commenting on videos. Like, yeah, if we were an institution or something, they'd put on fucking a YouTube video for us, but there'd be no, account to log into. You couldn't leave messages, and it would just be there to play for whatever pleasure. But, yeah. Bam says, I thought he was going to send you the documents. That's what I thought too. He did say that yesterday, close to the end of the actual stream. He's like, okay, so what do I got to do? And I'd been saying it for the, for basically the entire show. So all I want is to see those documents. He claims that his brother's is, I guess, his personal support worker, and that he has some sort of condition, which is the first I heard of it. So it's just like, if I can see that evidence, then I'll never mention his name again. I'll never fucking bring him up. And again, as long, because the stipulation is, don't volunteer me to fight your battles. Don't. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to fucking deal with just this imposition, and more importantly, the insolence. Who are you to volunteer me to clean up your fucking bullshit, to clean up your mess? You're an adult, as you claim, and you're accountable for your actions. But on top of that, when did I ever volunteer to become your protector? It's so entitled, it's so disgusting. And it's the imposition alone is fucking insulting. But it's insolence for a fucking entitled child to now start to dictate and say, no, he's going to do this for me. He's going to attack. Oh, what if I have to, what if I get Dave to get Scott to attack? It's like, what? What? Hold on. I'm getting a message here. Okay, apparently Tony was in Sean's chat asking why he's not allowed on, and Sean is deleting his comments. LOL. Also, actually, I'll mention that to you in private. All right, back to the chat here. Anything else? 42 says Falmouth Ken. And yes, so now what I would like to do is address what was said essentially on Joe's show, which he has censored, and there is apparently some missing from the end of this video. But, and Joe apparently claims that it was because there was a song at the end. But you do hear that he will censor himself saying faggot. You don't hear any censoring of that word here. And he won't censor Bullfrog, though, when he says it. But this is basically, as was just laid out earlier in the chat, I think about 4 to 5 hours after my my stream.
The taking out Triple H.
I think I ended around 7, and C-Man went live after that for, I think, about 2 hours, maybe 2.5. And then by that point, obviously, it was into AEW, which aired last night, which I did not watch, which I kind of would have liked to. But regardless, business before pleasure. And it was afterwards, Joe starts his, because it's 8 to 10, so after 10, Joe starts the review. And it was after 2 hours, so this must have been, I'm guessing, probably around midnight, 12:30. Boston time, faggot time. But yeah, so quite the number of hours after I completed my stream. Great, whoever it was, I got to scroll up, but just say your name in the fucking chat so I can just don't have to fucking do that. But yeah, good call out on that. Very good call out.
That'll be interesting. Mustafa, what's up, man? What?
Also confirmed to me by multiple other people is that after his blowout on my show yesterday, it's very likely that he actually damaged his phone's microphone, because you even hear it here. And, you know, it doesn't help, obviously, when you yell into phones. It never does, especially, you know, a mobile cellular phone. Works better with a corded one, but regardless, is that eventually you overwhelm the microphone, and you could even rupture that diaphragm inside there. So, I mean, it just seems very plausible that he has damaged his phone, and just there's more evidence as we see it here.
What? Mustafa? Mustafa, you're on the call, motherfucker. What the hell?
Okay, so it was Feslov. So shout out to Feslov for making that call. Thank you, Jay Diz, for reminding me.
All right, well, what the hell's going on? By the way, it is Star Trek Day, everybody. I've been having a blast today. Although
making that video where you're a captain of the Enterprise and you encounter Scott McKinnon. Because, you know, what better to claim moral high ground when it comes to pointing the finger to others saying they associate with Doxers than having literally one of the worst, if not the worst person to ever grace this community. I mean, featured as something that you keep reminding people of.
Star Trek is basically...
I don't even want to say his name.
Dead, and it's been taken over by mongoloid idiots, especially guys like Les Moonves, who turned Star Trek Enterprise off the air and then just destroyed Star Trek and then decided to bring it back. Oh man, what's up? Oh, you're not supposed to be unmuted, Bullfrog. What?
Technically, he's not even supposed to be on your show, Joe. Are you basically just shitting in the faces of all those who have donated to you to specifically ensure that they would never have to deal with the torture of Bullfrog?
Why is your name Fucktard of Stupidity?
I quit. I've had it with you.
To the people on social media making jokes in light of Triple H situation, not knowing if they will see Theodad tomorrow. So with all your dumb memes, go fuck off.
Wait a minute, what's going on with dumb memes? People are
shut
memeing
up.
Triple H or something? I don't understand. I get what is that what you're talking about, Alexa's sweet ass? No, I'm not going to talk about Star Trek, but I do have a video that I can some of you may have seen. Bullfrog, if you saw my video, hit 1. If you didn't see it, hit 2.
Yeah, that's the one he's referring to. The one where he's a captain. Yeah.
Bullfrog, how did you unmute yourself? What is going on? Why are you yelling? Wait, what do you say it again? You're breaking up. Hold on.
Hello, sir. Can you come over here, sir? You don't need that. You guys remember Spaceballs? Michael Wilson, fucking amazing actor and one of the best fucking impersonators on the planet. And fucking sound effect maker. That guy's fucking genius.
They raised the C-Man bullying me today. Where were you when I needed you the most? Where were you when I needed you the most?
Then we got to rewind that. Okay, listen hard, people. Listen carefully.
Breaking up. Hold on.
They raised the C-Man bullying me today. Where were you when I needed you the most? Where were you when I needed you the most?
So he literally just said that twice. Where were you when I needed you the most? Where were you where I needed you the most? No words in between there. No, just a slight breath, actually. But where were you when I needed you most?
Okay, I think...
Where are you?
All right, you sound like you're on a NASA space shuttle right now.
It's too bad it's not Columbia that was breaking up in the atmosphere.
You know, I sued you for $7,000, buddy. You better get your fucking checkbook, motherfucker. I want to sue you for $7,000.
First of all, anyone who claims or tries to label myself or anyone who appeared on my show yesterday to address these issues, as leading him into an early grave. Fuck you, because obviously his diet itself is what's led him to an early grave. His inability to control his emotions, regardless of his genetic situation, that's not my problem. I'm not responsible for that. And it's his own lack of self-control, which basically has him, instead of taking a breath between words and trying to space it out and sound mature and get the point across, is literally just start to spout out shit and not stop talking until you literally, yes, that's right, literally run out of breath. Which, for someone as healthy as me, who, although smokes, still has better lung capacity than you, I could handle. You've heard me talk very quickly and nonstop, and I can handle it. But you are liable to give yourself a cardiac arrest because you lack that self-control and you can't control yourself when it comes to speaking.
Fucking dollars.
So no, you're not gonna guilt trip me into feeling bad about his physical condition. That was his choice, or the underlying symptoms that come from that sort of condition. I'm not responsible for that. If you know me, if it was up to me, this guy would be probably, well, I'd take him up north into, the bush, run one of my typical youth at risk programs. He'd be starved for several days. He'd get only minimal nourishment because we'd basically try to get the excess fat burned off by consuming itself as he starves. And then eventually, along with a rigorous exercise regimen of basically trekking over the land, because we can't take him in a canoe. I mean, it would break. But, a nice strenuous hiking regimen with, harsh physical, mental, and emotional discipline. I definitely think that he could lose the weight of at least 2 people. Normal people. But let's continue.
Cocksucker.
Well, you're going to sue me? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because I muted?
Yeah, let's go back and listen to that. Because this just perturbs Dave Rose. Yes, Dave is perturbed. Because, oh my God, I hate it. I can't say I hate it because that's just a harsh word, but it's just so annoying. That's the best word. So annoying when someone throws out this bullshit of, I'm going to sue you because you did this. But sue, you're talking about civil court. Something that, it's not criminal, obviously, but it just hurts my head to have to explain this shit.
You sound like you're on a NASA space shuttle right now.
I'm suing you for $7,000, buddy. You better get your fucking checkbook, motherfucker. I want to sue you for $7,000 fucking dollars. You fucking cocksucker.
Well, you're going to sue me? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because I muted you on Discord?
Fucking dollars. And I am going to sue you for... They just doxed my address in your fucking chat room.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to sue you because they doxed me in your chat room.
Say it again. You're so loud. I'm serious. You're so loud that you're breaking up. I don't know if it's your microphone. Why are you mad at me?
Enter the first slip up. Joe Cronin will claim later that he doesn't watch my stuff. But then he's going to make a nice little show of those drama shows, with air quotes. But okay. Fact is, we will be dissecting this. It's a live vivisection, actually. And we're just going to be exposing how you're very, well, as Travis mentioned earlier on Nikki Nine's stream, you're a very bad liar. And you've got so many lies that you've created that now you're tripping over those lies. And when you hesitate and you show these tells, you're basically identifying that you're trying to keep track of all the different lies that you've made so that you look good. Because it wouldn't look good if you admitted, at least to your own ego, and possibly to some of your donators, but it wouldn't look good if you actually admitted that, yes, you do watch. And remember, JB and Ken both came out after Drama Club had such an effect, and I think I've got the sound clip somewhere, where it's admitted. Don't believe what Joe says. we did watch Drama Club. We did know what was going on, and we were fucking talking about that amongst ourselves. So we were totally aware, and, you know, yeah, we said that we weren't watching, but that was a lie. JB and Ken both came out and admitted that. So we know that because two of the three confirmed that if Joe says that he didn't or he doesn't, it's an absolute lie. But there's much more that can prove this.
I haven't even talked to you.
Because you let Dave Rose and Seaman bully me today. Nobody was needed you the most.
What do you mean I bullied you today? I didn't bully you today.
You let Dave Rose and shit don't start this bullshit.
Okay, but what the fuck does that have to do with me? That
I haven't talked. Oh, we're gonna have to rewind because he's gonna talk about me. But I haven't talked to Joe since November 4th, via his election stream. After that point, never anything on Messenger, never anything on Skype. He ghosted. He just went silent. Silent running. I do know for a fact, though, that was prior to, I believe, what was the last anniversary show? I think it was the 250th or whatever. But, you know, the one that Ken actually got invited to, and he was even considering, well, should he go or not? Yeah, people want him there, but, you know, considering what Joe's done. So he elected not to. But obviously we know JB was also contacted for that. But was Dave Rose? Nope. He's been totally silent about me. But he'll do pot shots and little slip the jabs here and there, just like he does it to fucking to Ken. And Nikki who? Nikki who? Nikki Nines, asshole. You know exactly who he is. Say his name. Say his name. But actually, before I continue with that point, Jadiz says, so wait, was the triggered because of the doxing or the DDR Seaman hemming yesterday? Wonder if the Paul 3 thing happened prior to this. That I do not know, Jadiz. That will have to be confirmed by someone who was actually watching that tripe. But I am not aware. Tiff says, Joe and Bullfrog conversation is all a pre-planned work. Joe's trying to capitalize on Bullfrog's tempered tantrum. I don't necessarily agree. However, I do believe, and as I did state this earlier today, is that because he is aware of this, look, just as we're proving, he does watch. So he doesn't want to address any of this directly because that would reveal that he actually watches. But he can't admit that he watches because that would destroy his narrative that he doesn't watch. And obviously show that he cares, that he's interested in what's being said, and that he has either a distaste or a total disagreement with it. So what do we do if you're Joe Cronin? Enter the opportunity. Bullfrog calls in, provides this ample opportunity. Well, you're bringing up people, the bad people. Dave Rose, Nikki who? Ken, Foulmouth Ken. They're all scumbags. They're all evil people. So now he gets the opportunity to rage on things that he had to keep his mouth shut on because he can't admit that he watches this stuff. So, yeah, now is the perfect opportunity to take out his rage on those he's going to refer to, those that do 6-hour streams. That's me, buddy. Just name me by name. Say my name. Just let's continue.
today, I didn't bully you today.
Dave Rose and shit don't start this bullshit.
Okay, but what the fuck does that have to do with me? That guy bullies me every day. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Why do you sound so shitty right now? You have a bad connection? What's going on?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're like really breaking up, bro. You're yelling and you're really breaking up, you fuck.
Two things that I also said on my stream. But we'll see you stumble over what exactly you were doing the time that I was streaming to analyze this Also, phone lines are always open to those that are well versed and trained in human psychology, like Travis TLC or Seaman. Let's continue.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Okay, how about now?
Maybe I should start a show called The White Room. And although that's an awesome, Cream song, which I know that Travis will love, my dropping reference to, it would actually, refer to the fact that it's, a rubber room, for crazy people. And Seaman, Travis, and myself can have a virtual sit down and discuss the psychology of the community psychos. I think that would be an awesome show. Let's continue.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit. You're still, when you're loud, it's like breaking up. Why are you screaming?
That's what I said.
Because you let Dave Rose and Seaman bullying me today.
I don't have it.
See, this is bullshit. Is like, how could he even go on to Joe's show and say that Joe's even part of this?
Anybody calling you, you fucking idiot?
Joe, don't start this.
You're starting it, you fucking retard. That fucking...
Yeah, that comment you deserve to be whipped for. Oh, don't start this, Joe. Didn't you just call into Joe?
Canadian it isn't on my show for like... Oh.
Okay, let's rewind here, because obviously you're referring to me.
Because you let Dave Rose and Seaman bullying me today.
I don't have anybody calling you, you fucking idiot.
Joe, don't start this.
You're starting it, you fucking retard. That fucking Canadian it isn't on my show for like over a year.
No pussies allowed. Also, it's not exactly a year. A year would be basically November 4th. But regardless, I guess you're close enough. Just 3 more months. No, sorry. 2 more months. But regardless, let's actually be honest here. I exude more masculinity in my spittle when I rant than you do in your 36 years of life. Come on, dude. You're the one who's constantly talking about human dicks. Well, human dicks, obviously. Men dicks. Male dicks. Whatever. The problem is these fucking even listening to Joe Cronin is starting to infect me with that SJW. First of all, I can't even talk. It's another fucking thing that I'm being infected with by Joe. But this SJW mentality of human dicks. No, we all know dicks belong to men. You chop off your tits and you fucking attach this fake thing onto your crotch and call yourself a man. You're still not a man. So no, I've got to expunge this SJW mentality. The problem is that when you expose yourself to so many, diseases and stuff, you might become susceptible to one. Or, if you work around radiation, you don't have the right protection, it's going to start to affect you. So I gotta watch out. Also, I get another message here. Ryan the Heel, I did adjust the chat to 2 weeks as a subscriber, but this is what I need to do with sub-only mode to control those faggots, which isn't censored on this channel, from basically ruining the greatness that I provide. But before we continue with the clip, Chad says, Jesus, Joe, always making yourself a victim. The guy that bullies me every day. Yes, thank you for calling that out. I missed that. I remember listening to that the other day, last night, obviously, and just shaking my head because this whole idea that I actually air every day is false. It's not far from the truth, but it's false. I don't air every day. But sometimes when I have ample opportunity, and I've taken care of the day's tasks and stuff, I can still be doing things on my computer while I run a show. And, let's be honest. People love this stuff. People love this stuff. People want to hear me. People want to hear about this. And it's enjoyable to interact with them, but it's also enjoyable just to speak the truth, okay, without any agenda. And to, basically destroy narratives that are thrown, my way or anybody else's way. And I think I've shown quite amply that I'm willing to accept people to call in who totally disagree with me and let them have the floor. Not in a bullshit fucking pile-on situation like Joe has, or even what Drew might have, because that's what would have happened if I'd called into a show, but an opportunity where, first of all, dictator Dave Rose says, you don't talk over this person even if they disagree with me. You try one thing, you're out of this call, or I'll ban you. Now, let my opposition have their say, and everyone mutes the fuck. And then we get an actual adult discussion, even if the culmination is, well, we just continue to disagree, and we're never going to see eye to eye. But that is how you conduct yourself like an adult. Waffling your microphones into a wall, or raging, because that does actually have an effect on your health, that is worthless. That doesn't provide anything. And in the end, it has no worth. So, let's see here. Sorry, another fucking message I'm getting here. I need a producer. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Thanks for the shout-outs. Let's continue.
And you're fucking screaming about me.
Okay, so, yes, I just going back on a few things. Very true, real talk, very soft. What's up? Gabe Rodriguez in the chat, an actual chef. Let's rewind a bit, because we're going to see... This is the great thing about ambiguity as well, is that the rage can be directed outwards like a star. And it's not really focused on one thing, so it's very easy to do damage control and say, well, I wasn't talking about that person. Where'd you get that idea from?
I don't have anybody calling you, you fucking idiot.
Joe, don't start this.
You're starting it, you fucking retard. That fucking Canadian isn't on my show for like over a year. And you're fucking screaming about me.
Where were you when I needed you the most? Where were you?
What the
I love this. I gotta play it back, people. I'm sorry, but this is pathetic. I'm sorry. I can't even say that unless I actually have the graphic on. I have to do it. But this is pathetic. Where were you when I needed you the most? What is this, some fucking duet song? Like some romantic story? I don't even know. But this entitlement is disgusting. Disgusting. And pathetic.
Here, and you're fucking screaming about me.
Where were you when I needed you the most? Where were you?
This sounds like a song that, I don't know, what's her name? It's Tyler, no. That blonde bitch who fucking is always like hooking up with guys and then she breaks up with them, and Tyler, no. I don't even know. They're all fucking a dime a dozen to me. Fucking music today, for the most part, is garbage.
What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking mongoloid fuck?
When did you get the book to me today?
Okay, I remember her name. Taylor Swift. Tyler. See, this is how inconsequential and worthless pop culture is to me today. Because it literally is fucking worthless. We got nothing compared to even in the 90s when it was still being diminished. Anything prior to that, you had something of quality.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, number one. Number two, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You don't. I know you watch everybody's shit, but I thought you fucking don't.
Well, I didn't do anything, so why are you yelling at me?
I know you watch everybody's shit.
Could this possibly be the first time that Bullfrog has ever been honest? It could, well, at least a situation where it was evident that he was speaking the truth. So, great call out on Joe.
No, I don't, you fucking idiot!
Now the lies start to unravel.
Man, you are fucking so stupid as fuck. I don't know what the fuck. Why does everyone think I know everything about everything?
Because the fact is, my friend, you are obsessed. You've stated multiple times that you just can't stand it when somebody goes on the internet and says something that's false. So you've got to address it. Meanwhile, Dave Rose sailed away, enjoyed a beautiful, round the world cruise, and didn't say a goddamn thing while people, including those that I associate with right now, including Ken, shitting on me on your show. Okay. And, yeah, I know that you were feeding that shit and stuff, but hey, water under the bridge. No big deal. But no, you can't grow up, can you, Peter Pan? You can't grow up.
I don't! Let me put you... You fucking idiot! You're the one that does shit with these people! You stupid fucking idiot! That guy is a fucking psychopath, and that's what...
Okay, hold on. Who is he referring to as psychopath? Because I think I heard somebody review this, and I don't know whether or not he's referring to Ken, which I don't see how Ken would be a psychopath. If anything, I would assume he's talking about me. But like, what? No, but I don't even think he's referring to Sean's view in this. I don't understand.
Well, I don't talk to him anymore. And so isn't everybody else. The fuck does shit with these people. You stupid fucking idiot.
Tell me in the chat audience, 1, if you believe that Joe is talking about me, and 2, if you believe he's talking about Ken.
That guy is a fucking psychopath, and that's why I don't talk to him anymore. And so isn't everybody else you hang out with.
I hate it. I dislike it very much when he says, so isn't. So isn't implies that so this is one instance and everything else is not. What he's trying to say, but so is everyone else. So it's like, okay, so Bullfrog, that guy's a fucking scumbag fake, and so is everyone else that you're associating with. Not so isn't everyone else. The grammar Nazi does not like this at all. First of all, you got your GED, which I would never have approved of. And more importantly, you did not go to the labor camp for your insolence and not trying to understand your native tongue. I speak multiple languages myself, and I'm very critical, especially grammatically, on myself. And you, with this American arrogance, you choose to act in this way? Unacceptable to the grammar Nazi. Unacceptable.
You fucking idiot! You lay with fucking scumbags, and you wonder why! Stop laying with scumbags!
Oh yeah, well, what did you say back today?
Oh wow, yeah. You expect me to listen to and watch people that make up shit about me every day. And
first of all, it's not every day. First of all, we're not making shit up because when we review you, it's coming from the mouth of the pig. So, the fact is, there's no lies. It's truth. And you're being exposed in a live vivisection.
Week. And people that shit on me and fuck with my life. And you expect me to listen to them, you fucking fat...
Well, the fact is, you do. Because you're only getting this enraged because you have no other outlet to discuss this. Because it would admit that you'd actually been watching. So, you claim to be ignorant, but you're going to reveal that you're not that ignorant after all. You're playing aloof, as the term is.
Fucking idiot! Shut the fuck up! Fucking die! Die, you fat asshole!
Yeah, see if you make $7,000 without being.
Oh, fuck yourself, you fat piece of shit! Fuck you! Don't talk about scumbags who aren't even here anymore, you idiot! These people hang out with doxers and people that attack me.
Is he talking about me? Because that's the issue of contention that he's had. It's like, oh, Travis, he doxed you, and Travis is like, no, he didn't dox me. He's like, oh, but he wanted to. It's like, but no, that's not the case. Well, but you associate with them, so it has to be me. It can't be Ken. Can't be Nikki. obviously our camp does associate with the person who shan't be named. Simo's not fucking here. Yig, Shid, Ronald Booth, they're not. Well, I don't think Ronald Booth's involved with that, but regardless, is that they're not here. Fucking SC Steve's not here. So you gotta be referring to me. I must be the master doxer of the community. It's gotta be. I don't see anybody else fitting that ambiguous description. I mean, yeah, it's ambiguous, but, process of elimination. If Ken's definitely not someone who doxes people, and neither is Nikki, and we know that Dave Rose has been quite effective in tracking people down, but he's obviously never doxed them, it's got to be Dave Rose. Process of elimination. There's no other way to fucking sort of get around that. Let's check the chat again, because there's a lot of action going on right now. I don't know if I should read this all. It's getting out of hand here. But regardless, I do appreciate the input regardless. I know I said that twice. And 63 viewers watching right now. Very, very cool. Let's see here. Bam, making a great point. Joe has D. Welsh on the Bullfrog Doxer. Joe is guilty of supporting doxing. Well, not going to go that far, but I mean, he is associating with people and basically overlooking certain actions. But hey, rules for thee, not for me. So my crew can do whatever they want. It's not doxing, of course. It's just a joke. These suicide jokes, his statements, they're just jokes, that's all. No. Woe is me. Woe is me. Please buy me another TV. Let's continue.
Left and right, and they still do it. Fuck you! Don't talk about scumbags who aren't even here anymore, you idiot! These people hang out with doxers and people that attack me.
So from that statement, these scumbags left and they're hanging with doxers. I'd have to assume, since I'm the doxer, process of elimination, that he's referring now to Ken? Because he left and now he's associating with doxers. Well, who's the doxer? I am. So basically, it's Ken who's leaving and associating with me. My head hurts.
Left and right, and they still do it all the time, and you're coming to me telling me I'm sending them after you? You're an idiot! Die!
No, I know you.
Die! Die!
You fucking die, you fucking fat.
Fuck you, you...
Technically, Joe, you didn't ever need to take his call in the first place. But hey, this is where my this is where my point gets proven. That this is just an opportunity for you to rage against us, the fighters of truth. You might label it as, we're going to hear that shortly. But the fact is, Travis calls out the truth, and he was a donator to you for 5 years. Bullseye calls out the truth. He was a donator for you for quite some time, and also, dropped some bombs. And the list goes on, and the list goes on. It would take me fucking hours to go fucking through this. But the list goes on.
You fucking asshole! Get the fuck out of here! You're not even supposed to be here!
Then why did you take his call, Joe? Are you just taking this opportunity to shit on your donators who paid you cold hard cash in virtual form to forever expunge this genetic defect from your show? I do believe so.
You unmuted cunt! Oh, fuck yourself! You're gonna get mad at me because you're gonna fight with someone else? You're gonna get mad at me because you're gonna fight with someone else? Kill yourself, you niece fucker! You niece fucker!
Asshole. No, this is between me and you. I appreciate Sith Thinking for bringing me back for 2,500. I appreciate that. But I don't appreciate is you guys DM me for fucking $3,000 to mute me. What the fuck, dude?
Now you're mad about being muted.
I have no time for these fucking games. Either you...
Also, a good point that was made, let me just rewind slightly, but point that's being made to me is that Junebug actually gave thousands to Joe. And he left after Joe treated him and his girlfriend like shit. So we all, I think, remember that quite well. And then the accusations came out like, oh, these people influenced Junebug and they're controlling him and they're telling him where to donate and stuff. And it was never like that. Straight from the south of China, we have Travis TLC. I didn't want to give you a direct location, you know, just to let them know that you're in the South China area.
I'll take it. Can you hear me okay?
Hearing you loud and clear. I mean, surprisingly, considering it's a 10-hour, 12-hour difference.
Right. I just wanted to quickly add, so as soon as Bullfrog says, everyone knows you watch everything, he goes from 0 to 100 within a second. And that, like, immediate, almost violent defensive backlash that Joe just jumps right into, as soon as he says that, that's a major red flag right there. That is not how someone who's telling the truth would act. They would not immediately just freak out like that as soon as he says that. And then he immediately deflects onto Bullfrog and says, well, you're the one that hangs out with doxers and blah, blah, blah. This is not truthful behavior at all. If he was telling the truth, I believe he would act more like he would just brush that off and laugh it off and be like, what are you talking about? No, dude. Like, but he's like almost violent with his defensiveness there. That's a red flag to me.
I'm glad you pointed that out because I did try to verbalize that, but obviously I'm not as eloquent when it comes to these matters as you are. And yeah, it's great that another pair of eyes can see this and point it out specifically for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, he can call me a crazy psycho or whatever he wants, but I'm just saying that is a red flag. If you listen back to that and you see how he goes from 0 to 100 in 1 second, I'm just saying that's
he
not
did the same
truthful
thing
behavior.
when you brought up the fact that he had a GED and that you had degrees.
All right. Well, that was all. I just was going to point that out. That's all so far. It gets worse, though.
It does, but thank you for that input. Very good, and always appreciate a different set of eyes and a different set of words to just show people that we all actually see the same thing.
No problem. Thanks, Dave.
All right. There goes Travis, TLC. Be sure to check out his channel and videos. He's done great work in exposing a lot of hypocrisy out there. Also, if he gets me a nice little jazz track or some other track, it might become the official introduction music video for the Drama Diner. But let's continue. We got Joe. He's really getting heated up here. Oh yeah, he's getting all worked up. Yeah.
For fucking $3,000 to mute me. What the fuck, dude?
Now you're mad about being muted.
I ain't got time for these fucking games. Either you.
What was that, you marble mouth piece of shit?
No.
Yes, let the hate flow through you. Strike me down, Joe Cronin.
You guys got all beat hurt because I snitched on your fucking booty, and you guys got all fucking bad hurt.
Man,
On the plus side, him blowing out his phone will probably prevent him from streaming in the future, which is a beautiful thing.
and I can't
That's
even
the
hear a
fucking
thing.
truth.
You should go hook an antenna up to your brother's wife's cunt so I can hear what the fuck you're saying. You
You
fucking
can't-
cocksucker.
Oh, but how dare Dave Rose bring up family members, right? Of course.
Your wife's fucking cunt, because your wife's a fucking cunt.
At least I have a wife. You fucking live off the government, you fucking tardo.
Yeah.
That was actually something I was speaking about on my video. But you don't watch, do you?
You stupid fuck with your goddamn fucking chromosomes don't work right. You fucking big fat slob of fuck. Somebody else yells at you, so you come and yell at me? How does that make any sense, you goddamn Muppet fuck?
Shit for you when I needed you the most.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're a double-crossing piece of shit. That's all you ever are. That's all you are. That's all you are. That's all you are, brother. You sleep with scum and you wonder why you wake up in shit. You sleep with scum and you wonder why you wake up in shit.
I don't sleep with scum.
Yes, you do,
Where
you
were when I
stupid
needed you
fuck.
the most?
What do you mean, where was I? What, to pick you up from the hospital? What are you talking about?
Why couldn't you call him David?
Oh, my God. Why would I? I don't know because I don't pay attention to that.
You do. You do. By the way, you're getting very enraged for a situation that you could have easily avoided by not having him on your show. Remember, you even said he shouldn't even have been there. You are fully aware that your donators stated quite clearly they did not want him back.
I don't pay attention to those people.
You do. You do. Let's rewind a bit.
Talking about.
Why couldn't you call him David?
Oh, my God. Why would I? I don't know because I don't.
Probably because he's got me blocked. I haven't seen Joe available on Skype since November 4th. So he's got me blocked.
Don't pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to those people.
The fuck you don't.
All they care about is hurting me and hurting other people.
Well, how would you know that then? And that's not even true, but that's what you believe and you obviously do watch.
That's all they really care about. Why would I be watching and figuring out, is Bullfrog okay? I hope Bullfrog's okay. Yeah, guess what? It's never going to end, brother, because you are playing the game, you idiot. I'm trying to do my channel and my show.
Just a reminder, his channel, his show.
That's right, people. That's right. Talks about grown men.
Now, grown men that are sweaty and muscular, fighting fakely in a ring. But that's what you do, Joe Cronin. You talk about grown men. So, when your attempt to deflect comes up, Dave Rose is going to interject that attempted shot and just like in fucking, the baddest fucking sport out there, fucking lacrosse, I'm going to fucking catch that and fucking whip it right back at you and break your leg. Figuratively, in Minecraft.
So my kids have a roof over their head. I'm not responding to all the attacks on me every day, every week,
But hold on a second. If you don't watch, how do you know that these attacks are coming every day, every week? Or is this just some sort of delusion?
every month, every second. But you respond to everything. So you're stuck in this fucking game, you idiot. If you want to get out of it, get out of it. Come on, fucking do regular things instead of being a scumbag.
We have someone who I would probably hire into my legal firm, Chad, making a fucking spectacular fucking point, which is why I would have him on my legal team. Technically, since Joe preys off the mentally handicapped, he also earns his money from government by convincing the mentally disabled to donate to him. Not all donations, but many. Yes, I would hire you in my law firm. That is the type of thinking that's required to really throw a fucking case for a loop and just win it. I like your fucking thinking. Let's continue.
And now you changed my name on Discord, which I didn't fucking appreciate.
Well, I
either.
didn't do it.
He gets triggered by the name that he was addressed, like that he was added to or whatever, Joe, I'm not responsible. You gave the authority for other people to have control over your chat, so somebody renamed him that. And it's obviously someone that you gave your support to. So technically, if the buck, stops with you as the top dog, you are essentially responsible for this.
It wasn't me that did it, but it is funny that your name on Discord is fucktard of
Wasn't me.
stupidity, because that is fucking, you're living up to the name, brother. You're living up to the name right now. I did not do it. I guarantee it was someone else.
Shit.
No, I didn't do it. I didn't call you fucktard of stupidity. Somebody else did.
Shit, you faggot.
You're full of shit. Your mother should have raped you and thrown you into a river, you piece of shit, you asshole.
I think I made some sort of comment on how his mother should have aborted him before he before he was birthed, on my stream. That was 4 to 5 hours prior to this. So, yeah, your case isn't looking very strong there, Joe, but we're not even close to completing this video. By the end of this, I will have proven that you are a liar. But let's continue.
Oh, fuck. Your fucking brother. Your brother should force his wife to cut your dick off. You stupid fucking muppet.
Cut your fucking dick off.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to cut your fucking goddamn nose hairs out, and I'm going to sell them on eBay, and I'm going to say, look, I got the nose hairs of a big tardo.
Now we're over here playing this view fucking bullshit.
I love your fucking... I love your idea. You get attacked by somebody who literally... and then you blame...
There we go. Travis, I'm sure, is grinning from ear to ear, just like Seaman and many other people who actually called this out. But let's rewind a second. Go right back there. Listen very, very hard, very clear, very strong. But listen to the stumble. Now we're getting the stumble. And he hasn't even been drinking or smoking, because that freaks him out, because he can't handle his own fucking weed. But, now he starts to stumble because, the ambiguity comes out, and obviously he can't form the intestinal fortitude to be honest and, in fact, blunt to address those that he obviously has issues with.
Now we're over here playing this view fucking bullshit.
I love your fucking... I love your idea. You get attacked by somebody who literally... and then you blame me for it.
And then I get blamed for it. Can you maybe be a little more specific? You must be referring to me. You must be. Say my name. Say my name.
This is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life right now.
You're my friend.
What?
You're supposed to be my friend. What the fuck were you?
You're supposed to be my friend and on call, constantly looking out for me and protecting me as my guardian angel. If there wasn't a better case for euthanasia, I don't know what is.
I was fucking taking care of my kids.
I'm making you money. I'm making you $7,000, you cocksucker.
You fucking idiot. I've been watching wrestling since 8 p.m., and before that I was taking care of my kids. What do you think I'm supposed to...
That actually will start to fall apart quite quickly. But
on the internet to see if you're okay?
I sent you a tweet on Twitter earlier that Tommy, North Carolina, called Triple H Heart a B+ player. Fucked up. A heartless son of a bitch.
Well, Tommy NC 2010 is a scumbag and only does things for clout. Have you ever noticed that?
Oh, how the tides have turned, haven't they? You were such an advocate for Tommy earlier. And when he didn't tolerate your bullshit and went to associate with somebody who you still resent, i.e. Can, you couldn't handle it. So now he's become a scumbag, despite the fact that how much money he made you by either being voted off or people throwing in money to vote him for the champion. So, again, lacking the gratitude and grace of a typical East Coast liberal, you just can't show any gratitude, can you? You can't show appreciation and look on the good, or the light. I can't even remember the fucking line. It's been a long day. Look on the bright side of life. There we go. That's just, people call this out because it's just fucking, it's just tiring and sad. You just can't say, you know what? Those times with me and JB and Dave, those were great times. Yeah, shit happens, things change, and okay, things didn't really work out, but hey, at least we got those times. I can go back to those shows and really just enjoy myself, because I'm sure that you can't listen to one of your recent shows today and say the exact same thing.
Tommy doesn't give a shit about anything but money and clout.
Sounds more like you.
That's all he cares about. He's a piece of shit. He's worse than almost anybody.
Almost anybody. Care to clarify?
That New York second.
Wow, are you surprised?
Oh, hold on. Now, a nice little jab at you, Kenny boy.
is a scumbag and only does things for clout. Have you ever noticed that? Tommy doesn't give a shit about anything but money and clout. That's all he cares about. He's a piece of shit. He's worse than almost anybody.
Now he's riding that New York
Well,
faggot dick.
wow, are you surprised about the New York guy? He lies to everybody to take all my shit that I ever do
You hear that, Ken? You took everything he ever did. Everything.
and fucking paint me like a scumbag. That's all.
No, you do that yourself, okay? It's just like Tony, who grabs the fucking golden shovel out of your hand and insists on burying himself. It's like, okay, dude, at least I don't have to get dirty. Go at it, man. I'm just going to be here drinking my beer. So, very similar to this.
All that guy ever does. That's all that
Also, it looks like this particular microphone he's using may have been waffled. It's still functional, but it looks like the dome is somewhat caved in.
guy ever did. That's all that guy continues to do for years and years. Are you surprised?
Years and years, Ken, you hear that? You've been constantly bashing Ken, I said Joe, for years and years. Literally, just ripping sandwiches out of his kids' mouths. You know, those gold leaf caviar sandwiches that go for about $100 a piece. Just literally just ripping out, you know, that from the kid's mouth, eating in front of them, laughing at them, and then just walking away. That's what Ken's been doing. Oops.
Bullfrog?
No, where were you when I needed you the most?
I didn't fucking know you needed me, dickhead. What am I, the fucking bat phone?
Actually, your eyes are everywhere, Joe. We know this, and I know this because I worked with you. So I know that when you're doing your shit around the house, you got multiple streams going on. Okay. Okay.
You said
I don't even defend myself. I don't even defend myself.
No, see, you tried to defend yourself. You've used the Drama God channel to attempt to do so. But see, it got so overwhelming. Just like we saw with the Drama Wars. They couldn't keep up. Dave Rose is a literal machine. So it got to the point where it's like, I can't win this shit. I'm just going to fucking have to pretend that I'm ignoring it and just rage here and there and, you know, try to get my aggressions out. But I just can't win against Dave Rose. And that is, in fact, the proper mentality to have. You want peace? Just understand that. You're not going to win. So we might as well negotiate because you're not going to like the alternative. Let's continue.
I don't even defend myself from people who attack me every second. I don't listen to those.
Every second? I mean, I wish I had the opportunity to go without any sleep. But not just because... Well, not actually for the reason to be able to talk drama. It's because I'd be able to do other stuff. I'd be, you know, working 24/7 if I could. But hey, we're all, you know, meatbag humans, so we do require rest and all that shit.
Those people, or come on,
Those people.
defend myself from people who attack me every second. I don't listen to those people, or come on Twitter to defend you or me or anybody.
No, you just go onto Twitter to fucking say, woe is me. Woe is me.
I don't care. What are you talking about?
You do care because your rage, your seething, and your attempt to cope, your copium levels are just through the roof. Through the roof.
What? Because I don't know.
Just a reminder, Ken, Joe, that yelling does not make your point more valid. It actually makes you look worse, but hey, what the fuck do I know?
Oh, I don't pay attention to it.
Oh, I know that talking like a normal human being, calmly and confidently, will get you triggered, as we saw when you tried to speak to me on Ken's show.
You idiot!
This is going to be a... Fuck your monetization. This is happening right now. This is going to be a 24-hour fucking show.
You're a fucking loser. You're a fucking idiot loser, and you'll probably be part of it. You stupid fuck. You'll be part of it, you dumb fuck.
Breaking news, breaking news. Foulmouth Ken apparently is doing a Kenverted tonight. Absolutely awesome. This has been a great week so far, jammed, packed with quality videos, and I look forward to what Ken has planned tonight. Let's continue.
You'll be part of it, you fucking asshole. You'll be part of it.
Call your fucking crew right now. Fuck monetizers. This is fucking Armageddon, boy. This is me and you, fucking asshole.
What the fuck did I...
What do you mean it's Armageddon? You couldn't fucking face me, asshole. I'm gonna leave the community. Now it's Armageddon? You deserve to be berated, Bullfrog. Either you fucking stick with what you said and you get the fuck out of here, or You keep talking shit and you get criticized for it. Don't try to fucking then cry to people and, claim that you're a victim when you're not.
What do to you, though? Why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me?
Because you always let them fucking do this to me, and you did nothing about it.
You did nothing about it. You did nothing about it. Where's my white knight? I can't volunteer Dave Rose because it's Dave Rose who's criticizing me, so I need to be able to volunteer somebody else to fight my battles for me.
I'm just finding out about it. I'm just finding out about it, and why would I do it?
Wrong. You were watching, Joe, as will be revealed. But you were watching.
Anything anyway. What the fuck would I do for you? You shit on me everywhere you go. What are you talking about? Listen. Let me give you a newsflash. Let me give you a newsflash. Everybody's fake, including you. Including you.
Does that include you?
Everybody's a fake fuck who's ever been. It's fucking.
Who's ever been a. Are you referring to your former co-hosts? Because, yeah, after all, 11 out of 12 co-hosts can be wrong? Your former co-hosts? I mean, let's just look at the numbers, bud. If the majority of your former co-hosts agree and you disagree, well, let's just be honest. You're wrong.
I could make a video on everybody.
You could, but you don't. And you keep claiming that you could, but you don't. And what do you got?
Everyone's a fake fuck, including you, and you're the biggest fake fuck that there's ever been. But there's a lot of fake fucks. So your crybaby attitude right now to me is really fucking enraging. You stupid fuck.
Go waffle a mic.
No, you're a stupid fuck.
You're a stupid fuck.
What is this, grade fucking 1? I mean, shit, not even then. I mean, that'd be kindergarten level. Like, you're stupid. No, you're stupid. No, you're stupid. No, you're stupid.
Because I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to you.
And your wife can't stand your ass either.
I didn't. What?
And your wife can't stand you either. Why do you think she hung out with JD and fucking Discord all the fucking time?
For that insolence, you deserve to be criticized, Bullfrog. You have no knowledge about his relationship with his wife, and you are considered repulsive to all genders, including all the 56 made-up fucking genders. You're repulsive to everybody. That's everybody. That is why you are a 42-year-old virgin who can't attract anything. This bullshit of, like, again, when you're confronted with the possibility of somebody speaking to your brother and addressing your supposed bisexuality, you get very panicked. Why? Because you are probably utilizing that as some sort of, gimmick. And the fact is, I'm sure your family would be quite aghast to learn that you have been saying such degeneracies on air. That's why you panic so much. Let's welcome the King of New York, Falmouth Ken.
Dave, I had to call in real quick. I'm sorry I'm bothering you because you're doing this.
You're not bothering me.
All right, so I never really told this to anybody, but me and Shannon were talking about it last night. And I was like, I never mentioned it because at the time I just didn't think anything of it. But when Joe made that comment about my wife's cancer when I first left him, and he made a comment about my wife's cancer with the whole what group was helping us out, right? When I spoke to Leah on the phone, she basically was like, well, I don't agree with what he's saying and doing to you, but you should stop doing what you're doing. And I said, well, why would I stop doing what I'm doing if he continues to do what he's doing?
Hold on.
Well,
what were you doing at this point that she said you have to stop what were you doing? Criticizing him for?
Yeah. So she begins to tell me right to my fucking face that I'm afraid of what Joe's going to do if you keep pushing him. He's going to go and make this video about you and other people, and it's not going to be good for you guys, right? And I said, so what does that mean? What video could he make that wouldn't be good for us? And she was like, well, you guys all contradict yourselves. And I'm like, so let me get this right. You're threatening me right now with a video to be dropped on me about me contradicting myself over 5 years, right? So that's what you're threatening me with right now, right? And basically she was like, oh, no, I'm not threatening you with it, but like he's going to do that. And I'm sure you and other people don't want that done because it'll totally ruin who you are. And I was like, okay. And I left it at that. And me and Joe went our separate ways. And we didn't fight for a long time up until recently, right? So when he texted me a couple of weeks ago, me and him talked for about an hour. And in that conversation, he said to me, I can make videos on everyone. And I said, you seem to say that a lot, and so does your wife. What are you going to do, Joe? Make a video about me or Dave or someone else contradicting ourselves?
I hope
like
so.
That's your big nail in the coffin. I can make videos on everybody. It's like, dude, shut the
Meanwhile,
fuck up.
Dave Rose is making videos on everybody. And I keep
Exactly.
hearing, you better not do it or else. Well, okay, now I fucking moved up to that fucking red line and you step back. Well, you better not do this or else. Well, I do it and you keep moving back. Like, when are we going to see some fucking action from Joe? You know, it's all bluster. Yep. It's all fucking hot air.
Because he has nothing. He can't.
Of course he has
video.
nothing.
Yeah, he could go and make a video. All he wants is of anybody contradicting themselves. And it's like, yeah, we could do the same with you, Joe. We can make a video where you're contradicting yourself today on this video.
Yo,
so like
he could make a video of me attending a Klan rally, and then the Black Caucus would be like, Dave, tight threads, dude. I mean, it's just like this guy just thinks that he can just throw out these accusations and that people are actually going to buy them. Like, actually believe it. It's like, I'm going to do this. Like, really? You've been saying this for fucking years.
Let me tell you, Dave, and the same question I said to him, I said the same question I said to him was, I'm going to tell you right now, and he couldn't answer it. I said, Joe, you know, if you had enough to burn somebody to get them out of this community for good, which will never happen, you would have already done it to me, to Dave, and to everyone the fuck else. So stop the shit. You're just like Scott with your fucking hot air bullshit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it is tiring, but that's the thing, though. I'm not going to stop. And, you know, again, this whole, these false, you know, threats of like, I'm going to release a video. It's like, yeah, he just said the same thing about Mars. Remember when he made that first Mars video and then he was going to make another one? Or he says, I already have the video to make the other one. I'll release it. We never saw that.
Yeah, bullshit. It never was there. Joe's just, he's so easy to throw around the word liar and scumbag and all this. But meanwhile, he's just talking about himself because the only person I see lying at all is him. And I could point out the lies. You could point out the lies. You pointed out the lies for weeks now. Everybody has. So the only one who's fucking lying is him. And he doesn't realize that every time he does this, he pushes more and more people our way.
Well, he pushes no, that's the thing though. That's what he wants. He wants to convince himself as. It's not, that's just, okay. He pushes people away. Now, what happens when he pushes people away? They look for alternatives. It's not that you're directly involved, like he tries to postulate, that you're directing, you know, all these former viewers of his to go to your channel, or convincing people to stop viewing him and go to you. It's just like, they're like, oh shit, Joe just threw me out of this. Like, he doesn't like me. This audience is shitting on me. Like, you know, I still want to talk wrestling or just hang out with people, this community. And, oh, there's Ken. Well, he accepts me. That's great. And there we go. It's not because you're leading that charge. It's because that is an inevitable result of him basically shunning anyone who won't agree with his narratives.
Yeah, and you could see it from some of the guys just recently that came down the pike lately. Just recently, like Sith Negan and you know, and I can name 4 or 5 other people that, you know what, they help you out, they support you, they like your channel, they retweet, they do everything that they should do. But when it comes time to fucking stick up for them or to say something having to do with them or to acknowledge them or to not lie about them, he can't do it. And it's the same old thing. You know why? Because in reality, if he was sitting down and was honest, say that you guys are expendable. All the donators are expendable because the minute one guy leaves, the new guy comes in. And Joe knows that. So everybody's expendable to him. That's how it is with him. We're all just expendable. The people who help him, the people who donate, his friends, we're all expendable in Joe's world. So, you know, it just fucking pisses me off to hear that. And I never really told anybody that. His wife basically fucking, like, threatened me. You better stop doing what you're doing because I'm afraid of the video he's going to make. And I laughed in her face. Like, you think that fucking scares me? Huh? You think that scares me? Fuck.
Yeah, hot air. Let's welcome the caller. Identify yourself.
What's going on, Dave? It's Johnny.
Johnny Ray.
You have the floor.
So I'll make it real quick. I didn't want to really interrupt you guys, but let me explain to you what happens when Joe claims that he's got videos and he's got all this information. Let me tell you what happens when you've actually got info, because for years he claimed that I freaked out on him, and that's why I'm no longer welcomed in his community, and he's got the DMs. He said it for years. So finally, after I had enough, I released the DMs myself. I haven't heard shit from Joe since then.
Yeah, neither did Mars. And no one else will, because he sits there and says, I could make a video about everybody. Meanwhile, it's like, dude, the only video that would be detrimental would be yours. Because, you know what? There's shit. There's conversations. And I don't want to be a scumbag, right? And this is why I have never fucking even mentioned this. But I have conversations of Joe behind the scenes talking about donators and saying how he really feels about them. What if I fucking play that tonight on Converted? You want to talk about making videos? Then let's make a video tonight. Fuck it. Fuck it. Want to be a scumbag? You want to still be on this shit where you're calling people scumbags and you're trying to demean their character? You're trying to fucking, you do it to Dr. Earl, you do it to me, you do it to Dave, you do it to even the people that help you. Fuck you. Fucking scumbag, Boston fucking Beantown loser. Fuck them. Sorry.
I agree.
Anyway, that's the only point that I had to make, Dave. Have a good stream, buddy.
Thank you.
So, Dave, sorry, man.
Hey,
I'll let you get back.
no need to apologize. Good input, regardless. Anything else you wanted to add?
Nah, I mean, that's about it for now, man. That's about it. I'll be listening, brother.
All right, we got some more to go.
Right.
So, and I look forward. What time are you doing your show tonight?
Probably around like 9 or something like that. Whatever time Joe starts. No, I'm kidding. Whatever time,
Nice.
You know, he jumped on the other night, and that's for sure. People, I mean, I got hit up with like 10 messages. Real quick to tell you this, I got hit up with like 10 messages going, dude, I watched Joe for fucking 7 years. He never, ever starts a stream before fucking 8:45, especially on a Monday night, Raw night, or whatever he was watching. I don't know if it was Raw or Tuesday night. And I was like, well, of course. He saw my show schedule for 8:45, and he's up to his old antics again where he likes to jump on over me. He does it whenever he's in a quarrel with me. He'll go live every time.
Or us. Dude, he's done that for me.
Yeah.
Or Nikki.
Well, yeah. He does do it with everybody, yeah. He does. But he stopped for a while. With that shit. But now he's back to it again, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
But, yeah, and one more thing. I sent you the message of, two more things. One, I'm going to do a song parody, and I can't believe how good Bullfrog really made that, because if you don't remember, there's a song from Justin Bieber, and in it goes, where were you now that I need you?
Really? I can't wait to hear this.
I'm going to put his voice to it. And the second thing was fucking, and I know Tony will probably get pissed by me saying this, but fuck it. Tony was in Sean View's chat before, and he was writing down stuff like, dude, I just did a whole entire 2-hour video with you. Why isn't it up? Like, why aren't you putting this up? And then he said something else like, why aren't I allowed on, or something like that. And then I seen that Sean's View started deleting everything he was saying in the chat. So
really,
Sean's View, he's a real cocksucker, Sean's View. You could tell. He sits there all innocent and shit. But, you know, like you've been saying, he's not an innocent motherfucker. He's far from innocent.
He knows what he's doing. And this, I mean, Nikki, I've been sort of hinting towards this, but Nikki obviously made it very clear. The fact is, this guy's a scumbag, and he needs to be fucking addressed in that manner and held accountable for that. And the fact is, he is actively involved in doxing, regardless if it's somebody we dislike. The fact is, that's illegal, and he should be held accountable for that, because he's actually promoting it. He's endorsing it.
And I don't blame Bullfrog for being mad that his address was in a chat. It is fucking frustrating, but I mean, obviously he tuned it towards the wrong person because he shouldn't have went to Joe with that, but he did. And then Joe, shows everybody who he truly is. I mean, it's pretty evident. Like, he had to take it off his channel for a certain reason. Then he had to bleep out when he says fag. Joe says fag and cunt and bitch and all this every fucking night. It's just really weird shit that he does,
Yeah, but he'll censor himself because I can't have my video demonetized, and
fucking God, man. All right, man. I'm gonna listen to the rest of it.
All right. Thank you for your input, buddy.
Thank
you. All right, so let's continue. And I am trying to get the scrolling. Hold on, what's going on here? All right. I'm trying to get the scrolling text up. Not too sure why it's not doing what it should be, but it should be scrolling. Let's see here. I'll have to figure this out at some other time, but I did want to shout out all the donators who had donated to me in the past. And you know what? I'll just shut them out right now. Nikki Nines, Danimal, Young Republican, Real Talk, The Metaphor Messiah, Sleazy Cyan, Arushan Chu, Sith Negan. Thank you all. And if I forgot one or I didn't, mention you, please let me know. Mea culpa. But yes, soon enough, I will have, like Ken has, the scrolling text that will just remind everyone that you guys fucking rock. But let's continue.
You fucking idiot. She was always playing games, even in 2013, if you watch Monetize This back then, you stupid dickhead idiot.
How many times have they had phone sets on Discord?
0, you idiot. That's how many times you have had sex in your life, you fucking virgin idiot.
Oh, so now you're mentioning something that I've been quite vocal on in my recent streams, the last 2 ones specifically. But something I've obviously not just said like you do in an emotional manner, but actually broken down the statistics, looked at the numbers, and made a calculated guess, if you want to call it that, more of a prediction, that, yes, the stats seem to prove that this guy's never fucking either dipped his dick into something or had a dick dipped into him. So even with his little fucking lies of being fucking gay and bisexual and shit, I don't even think that, most or any gay would fucking go into him. But hey, what do I know? I'm definitely not a fucking degenerate.
Other than when you sniffed your own niece, you pedophile fat fuck.
Wait a second. Wait. Hold on a second here. I was making that as my talking point during my show. No. Okay, you can say one thing about, what you just said with and I'm going to rewind it so we hear the whole thing. You can say one thing that could be ambiguous enough to be like, okay, well, I'm sure a lot of people said that. It can't necessarily be Dave Rose. But sniffing your niece, that was my line from my show. You cannot take that from me. You have now been proven to be a liar.
Is this back then, you stupid dickhead idiot?
How many times have...
I greatly apologize. Apart from the fact that I'm getting reminded that I'm actually getting a donation from Cora. Cora should actually have been listed on that list. I'm very, very sorry, Cora. That donation that you made, I think it was about 60 Canadian dollars the other day. You just made one of $15. I should have mentioned. I need to go back and look at all the PayPal people that, PayPal people, who have donated to me and actually make a proper list. And yes, that will be acknowledged with the scrolling chat and maybe, a screen or something like that. So, mea culpa, my apologies. But yes, Cora has also donated to me, been extremely generous, regardless of any perceived, because that's the point, perceived conflict that there might have been in chats. Yeah, have we thrown it back and forth? Yes. but we've talked privately as well. We agree, you know, quite a lot actually privately and stuff. But you know, I got to do a show and all that. But yes, let us recognize the fact that Cora has been extremely generous with her money, and I got to shout it out. So much appreciated, Cora.
They have phone sets on Discord.
0, you idiot. That's how many times you have had sex in your life, you fucking virgin idiot. Other than when you sniffed your own niece, you pedophile fat fuck.
Now, I never called him a pedophile, but I did say that he probably sniffs his niece's hair because, you know, the whole thing was we were going on the gimmick that he voted for Biden, and since Biden loves to smell kids, because we've seen this, okay, it's on video, we just transpose that, just like Tony does, you know, deflects it, just like you do, Joe. You deflect it, transpose it onto another individual in hopes that people will believe it. Now, in my sense, I do it in satire, because we all know it's a fucking joke. In your sense, you're actually trying to convince people of this. But let's continue.
I'm not a pedophile, and I get sick of you tired.
You can't even.
But Dave Rose makes fun of and manipulates and takes advantage of retards. And Ken and other people, yeah, but no, Joe's perfectly fine here, right?
Speak with it, damn.
Please just stop right now, Joe, because if you want to discuss who can actually speak the Queen's English, you are certainly not one to do so. And yes, you should be speaking Queen's English, especially living in the Confederacy of Massachusetts.
Idiot! You're lucky you're lucky you came at me and I don't even have a problem with you, really, because I just...
No, you're lucky that you got the opportunity to rage against all these pent-up feelings that you have against me, Ken, and other people, to utilize Bullfrog to essentially get these feelings of aggravation out. Not that Bullfrog doesn't deserve to be criticized, but let's be honest here. You utilize this opportunity when you could have easily just not taken the call. You knew that fucking people had paid money, big money, to never have him on. But no, you use this opportunity for your own fucking ego. That's what you did.
Just know you're an idiot. I let you do whatever you do. Fucking sometimes a chicken runs around with its head cut off and you just have to stare at it. That's what I do with you. But you're coming in here screaming at me because somebody else attacked you like I was supposed to defend you when I don't even defend myself when people lie about me. People lie about me left.
Hold on. Let's rewind a bit. Also, since he decided to take control of his time, which is fully within his right, just like Ken did, when you were basically making him fall asleep on your show, despite showing his absolute dedication, which you've never recognized. But where's I getting at here? Dedication.
You're lucky you came at me and I don't even have a problem with you, really, because I just know you're an idiot and I let you do whatever you do. Fucking sometimes a chicken runs around with its head cut off and you just have to stare at it. That's what I do with you. But you're coming in here screaming at me because somebody else attacked you like I was supposed to defend you when I don't even defend myself when people lie about me. People lie about me left and right and you don't do anything about it. How come you don't do anything when people lie about me? I hope you die in a puddle of your mother's tears.
Does Dave Rose go around whining that people aren't defending him when he stands by what he says and is more than willing to deal with the repercussions that come from it? Also, I just regained my train of thought. The line that he's just referring to, the line. Does that apply to the lies that you're constantly saying about Drew, or at least slipping the jab? Not necessarily referring to him, but I mean, you know, the whole thing was I started off with the dedication. You're showing the gratitude for the dedication that's provided. And Drew spent a lot of time with you, worked with you, stepped away wisely to do his own thing. And, you know, just like Ken, who found himself falling asleep trying to show his dedication to it, Drew walked away as well. And now it's appropriate to criticize them, right?
Fucking die.
Fuck you. I hope you get arrested for what you did to your niece, you fucking sniffing fuck.
Using my word again.
I hope you fucking
Go,
die. And
go
the
sniff
hole
a kid, you
came
fucking
out of.
goddamn cocksucker. Go sniff
Now
a
you
kid.
want to play this you fucking bullshit.
Now you got me mad at you. How about that? Now I'm mad at you. Who the
Oh,
fuck
but
isn't
then
mad at you
You
now?
can't even ask Sean. You can't even ask Sean's view. I've been preaching nothing but good about you and Sean's view. I said, yeah, me and Joe are cool. And we're trying to work things out.
We didn't have a
And you
problem
guys
when
are
you
talking
said
shit
that.
about you.
We didn't, but I don't have a problem with you. You came in here yelling at me that I was supposed to defend you. I don't even know what to defend you against because I don't know what you're talking about because I was out with my fucking family all day.
I want to make you break your fucking microphone, you faggot piece of shit.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do? You should go hook up with that Tony guy and you guys can have a kid together. And you guys can call it fucking fake piece of trash and then you can raise it up to be a whore.
You should have a kid together with your fucking a boyfriend, fucking Jesse.
Wow.
Or your faggot. Or
Wow.
Your faggot.
Wow, this is that's a great idea, Bullfrog. What a good idea. Eat any good books lately?
You guys can have a nice little fucking.
You eat any good
threesome.
books lately? You goddamn over chromosome stuffed tardo? You have any fucking?
You read any fucking books lately?
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to cook fucking
You know
Dave's.
what I like to do? I like to come down to Foxborough and beat the little fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Now, it's funny, though, because I guess it's, what's it called? It's fucking Bullfrog's insistent to continue to talk that Joe has now moved on, but he was just about to say something about me, wasn't he? He was. Now, I'm going to rewind slightly. Also, I think I got this whole donation thing going, so let's see if it works. Maybe. Doesn't look like I got it working, but regardless, we'll work on that. Let's just rewind slightly and address this comment in the chat. Several comments, actually. Glad you guys are having fun. A lot of interaction. Always love to see that. Sith Negan, top donator, says, Famos Ken, for the record, the reason I decided to donate to you guys and others is to stick it to the trolls for attacking me for doing so. Nobody controls or owns me. And I salute that attitude because this is, you know, clearly what these idiots fucking believe. It's like, oh, well, I can tell you this and like you shouldn't be doing that and like, oh, you know, I'm going to criticize you. It's like, but you guys don't know the fucking situation. But you're pathetic and have no life and obviously must dictate to those. Hold on a second here. But yeah, you got to dictate to those that actually live a life and have control over their expenditures and have the disposable income. But no, you just get jealous. Get jealous that somebody actually chooses to spend their fucking hard-earned money supporting somebody who they like. And even when somebody like Joe Cronin starts to criticize donators for spending money on multiple people regardless of what fucking, you know, video they watch or person, then, you know, it's clear that they're jealous. And I do apologize here. I'm getting distracted with the scrolling thing. I do want to make it work, but let's... Oh, there we go. I figured out my stupidity. So just bear with me. I do want to take this opportunity to acknowledge and recognize those that actually have spent their hard-earned money on me, and I want to show my gratitude and appreciation for those that that have done so. This is their money, and it makes me feel good that people recognize this and enjoy what I do. I never intended to do this for donations, but the acknowledgement and recognition definitely is something that I really am grateful for. And to be quite honest, I believe I have a difficulty in showing gratitude, not because it's hard for me, it's just that I believe that because of my just regular candor, the way I speak, my deadpan tone, you know, my sarcastic manner, is that it's not going to be believed. It's going to look fucking contrived. And you know, I'm not down with fucking, you know, that sort of thing. I want people to understand that, yeah, I do appreciate this, but I don't want to make people think that, you know, I need to get this recognition and stuff. And, you know, I'm just fucking appreciative of you know, the fact that people have spent their hard-earned money to support me. Let's continue.
You ready, fucking Brooks Larry?
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to cook fucking
You know
Dave's...
what I like to do? I like to come down to Foxborough and beat the little fuck out of you.
Yeah, if you can't even make it down the street, you cocksucker. You couldn't even make it down to the library if someone told you there was a book on...
Okay, so now we're getting to the point where Joe now references what I had been talking about prior. So Bullfrog had mentioned when we brought up the fact that he could easily, you know, walk to his local voting center, and it was about 20 minutes away, and I brought up the fact that he is too, you know, lazy, indolent to choose to do so, despite the fact that it would actually be beneficial for his health. And now we have Joe essentially referencing that. Tacitly, but definitively referencing that.
Fucking learning 2 + 2, you wouldn't be able to make it down the street. If someone told you that down the street there was a free meal for a week, you wouldn't go down there because you'd have to walk more than 15 steps. And more than 15 steps is past the bathroom for you, isn't it, Mr. fucking Pepsi?
Dude, I check my mailbox every fucking day.
You know what you should do? You should stick your finger up your ass and check your prostate and then jerk off.
No, you should stick your finger up Leah's ass because she might have a
Why don't you
fucking
go?
prostate.
You should stick your finger where it was last night in your niece.
Dude, you better fucking stop.
Or what? You're going to beg him to stop, Bullfrog?
In your
I swear
niece,
to God.
pedophile fuck. In your niece.
Fuck you. I don't get down like that, you fucking sick fucking Foxborough faggot, you fucking piece of...
You don't get
dog
down
shit.
like that? I don't get down like that. I don't get down
Yeah,
like that.
my
That's what you
family
say to that?
would really
That's what I say. I bring up your
think
niece and
about
go,
it.
I don't get down like that. I don't get down like
My
that.
family would really disown me if I even thought
They did
that
disown
way.
you. Your family hates you. I can tell.
Hold on.
fucking
Wait.
family hates you.
How do you know that his family hates him when you haven't been watching my videos? Right? Because he came on to my video, and I believe it was to Ken's video, where he was saying that, and I believe more of it happened on Ken's video, but regardless, is that he came on air and basically admitted that he had this fight with his family. And, well, that certainly didn't happen on any JCS show. So, how do you know about this?
Your family hates you. Everybody here hates you. Everybody hates you.
God, I don't fucking care.
Well, it sounds like you
You
care a
do.
lot
Everybody
because
knows.
somebody else hating on you caused you to call up and yell at me. Somebody else hating on you caused you to call and yell at me.
Oh, me?
No, I did this on my own accord.
Do you know how many friends?
Somebody
Do you know how
told
many
me to-
friends do my show? I come here and try to do my show for my kids. Nobody else gives a fuck about me. People want to just make shit up.
Woe is me. Woe is me. I'm such a victim. Everyone hates me. Woe is me.
Come here and try to do my show for my kids. Nobody else gives a fuck about me. People want to just make shit up about me, and you're gonna come to me and try to get me to defend you against scum.
Want to make things up about you. No, nobody wants to make things up about you. All we do is basically show your evidence, show what you've done, and then just pick it apart and prove, well, either that you're lying, or that you're a hypocrite, or that you're basically being disingenuous.
Scumbag people. Like, what the fuck am I gonna defend? What, I don't even
That's what
defend
I'm saying.
myself.
Why you guys taking up on Bullfrog for? What did he do now? Where were
I don't
you?
talk. I don't know. First of all, number one, I don't really know what you're talking about. Number two, I don't know. I don't want to talk to anybody about you. I don't give a shit. I don't want to talk to people.
We all know you watch everybody.
I don't. No, I don't. You idiot, fucking idiot. When? I don't have time. You fucking idiot.
Now we get more breakdown in the lies.
I don't want shit, bro. I I don't watch shit. I hate to break the news to you in your sad little world. You just want to believe so bad that I watch everything you do and everybody, but I don't.
But you do.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't care. I gotta take care of my family, and I gotta do other work, and I gotta make videos. I don't watch everything you tweet and everything you do. I don't.
You're more important to me, all because you have family. You know
I'm
what you
sorry.
sound,
I just.
Fuck you, Bullfrog. Oh, you're more important because you have more subs. It's like, what does that have to do with this? Shut the fuck up.
Don't do it. I don't want. I'm sorry. I don't watch anybody else. I don't watch. I'm so.
That's a lie. JB has proven this wrong. Ken has proven this wrong. And that was in the throngs of the first drama club.
Sorry, I don't watch you. I don't watch anything you do or say. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Considering how much you're
I know that a lot of other people do because they love talking about grown men all day for hours every day and every.
Let's remind ourselves that you do at least 3 to 4, maybe 5 hours on wrestling. Now, what is it that wrestling consists of normally? Grown men. That's right, grown men. So you talk about fake storylines of a fake fighting sport, which I do love, but it's fake. And, well, you know what I'm saying. Those chair shots aren't fake, but you know, storylines. But, hey, you talk about these fake storylines, these feuds that supposedly exist on a bunch of men. Now that's fantasy, okay? But what we talk here at the diner and on multiple shows, whether it be a Nine Gods Hemming, a Seaman's It's Me Again, or even a No Hard Feelings. We talk fact, we talk reality, and we show evidence. So, yes, are we talking about grown men? Yes. Can't deny that. We're all adults, are we not? And once you're considered an adult, are you not a grown man? Yeah, at 18 years old, you can vote. So that's considered that. So it's okay for you, but not for us. Plus, slip the jab, Rob. Slick the jab. So you're constantly making these little pot shots and jabs, making these little criticisms about the drama. But no, it's them who are talking about grown men. They're talking about grown men. Well, you know what? To be honest, that's a lot better than talking about fucking minors, I would think.
Week. I know all you grown men love talking about each other all day and saying that, like, oh, you know.
And all night long, all night.
Oh, this, that, the other thing about this guy and that guy. Now I hate this guy. Now I love this guy. Now I hate this guy. And now I love this guy. But let's talk about him for 6 hours. I hope.
That's right, baby. You just might as well name me. Just say my name, okay? Just say my name. Just like Breaking Bad. Say my name. Show some fucking guts. Show some courage and bravery. Say my name.
This guy goes away. Let's all get this guy to go away. This person's a doxer. This person's a bad guy. This person's a bad person. That guy's a
guilty as charged.
A bad guy. All of Joe's donators are bad people.
Who said that? Who said all Joe's donators are bad?
Unless they donate to me, then they're not. Yeah.
No, that's the only person saying that is you there, Joe. The only person saying that is you.
Yeah, Bullfrog, I get it. It's been going on for over a year, dude. It's been going on for over a year, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't sit there, let me go ahead and just, I can't wait to talk about other men.
Yeah, actually, you're raring to go when it comes to wrestling talk, right? Because you are talking about grown men. Sweaty, greasy, muscular, grown men. Locking up and fighting fakely for a fake story.
Because my address was in your chat.
Oh, yeah, well, it got blocked, and everybody got blocked. There's trolls attacking me. My address is all over the place every day. People attack me, dox me, call my...
I still haven't seen the evidence for that, and nobody has, actually.
My fucking shit every second. People call my kids' school. Like, people threaten my wife and my kids. Yeah, if you want to get out of it, maybe don't talk to the people who are all involved in it all the time. Maybe don't do that, Bullfrog. You literally are the biggest moron. The minute that you went over, the minute that...
Well, at least he doesn't give out advice about voting when he doesn't.
The minute that you went over to that fucking schlong face, shut up for a second. Shut up for a second. The minute that you shut up and you'll learn something. Shut up and learn something.
I do have to recommend you go to this. It's 19 minutes, 59 seconds in. His frustration is very, very clear. It's also quite comical.
The minute that you shut up and learn something. Shut up and learn something. The minute you went over the minute you went over with your little buddies to Schlonghead, all of a sudden, all the doxers, are you gonna listen?
Oh, are you actually reiterating what I laid out quite well with factual evidence, which you're not? But are you just basically reiterating what I said? How would that be possible if you were not watching what I'm doing?
Listen? Are you going to listen?
Because he's got more subs than you?
Are you going to listen?
No, he's not. He's an indolent
I could do a
piece of
stream
shit.
at 3 in the morning about my dick, and I'd have more viewers than him, so shut up. Listen to this. The minute you went over there with Dingleberry, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, all the doxers and all the trolls were there. All of a sudden, when they hadn't been there. No, yeah, they sure did follow you, you idiot, because you're with them all. You stupid idiot. And you spend all day with these people, every day, every other day. Every day you spend with all these people that are involved in it, you moron.
All these people. Can you name names?
Do you know where it really doesn't get it? You know where you really aren't involved in it?
Please tell us, Joe. But don't tell us it's your show, because that would be absolutely laughable. Oh, wait, that's exactly what you're going to tell us right now. Let's continue.
On my channel. On my channel, we do wrestling.
Now we slip the jab, Joe. Slip the jab.
Those New York scumbags. That Canadian faggot. Nikki who? Nikki who? Sure thing, bud. Sure thing. Or like the New Yorkers, the scumbag New Yorkers like to say, okay. Okay. I can't do it in New York accent, but you know what I'm saying. Let's continue.
We have a fun time. We have monetized this.
Okay. No, I still can't do it. Somebody can call in and tell me how to fucking pronounce it. Thank you.
We do jokes, we do comedy, and I ban.
We have a convicted conspirator calling in right now. Apparently, according to Joe Cronin's lies, he is constantly threatening people's lives. We have the AR-15 yielding, Texas living, guitar playing, Dr. Earl Brown. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, man. I'm outside in an area called Old Town Spring here, and so don't mind the cars going back and forth here. I just need to say this, and I'm going to defend Tommy Itzy for a moment here. Tommy made Joe thousands and thousands of dollars. He helped pay for that house he now lives in. But you've always noticed, I think the reason Tommy left Joe was because it's always been in a demeaning way. It's like $500 to boot Tommy off the show for 2 months. Boot Tommy off for about 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. It's always in a demeaning way when you think about it there. That's probably one of the big reasons why Tommy left. It's never always $500 to help Tommy go to college or to send Tommy to Playlist Live. You know, it's always that kind of stuff there. He has a tendency to make fun of those with special needs. Now, I could understand him going off on Bullfrog because in a lot of ways Bullfrog deserved it, the way he always acts. But the thing is, come on, not every person with a mental disability is like that.
Well, not according to Joe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he likes to make fun of everybody and every disability that's out there. And by the way,
as long as it's profitable.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Make money off of this person. He tried to do that with me. You know, since Tommy's not here, we got to pick on you.
Well,
Nice
we
try,
could actually
bud.
go even further back. We could talk about Tyler Black. We could talk about what was his name? Bobbitt. We could talk about Tommy C. We could talk about Bullfrog. And there's, I think, a few others that probably a lot of others that I'm forgetting.
And also,
but
this guy, and this dude named Mingo, I guess his name is, I guess he's sort of, I don't know what he has or what it is, but I think he's taking shots at him, too, I believe.
no idea.
All right, I don't know, but if he did, I would not be surprised. Now, I think it's time Mr. Cronin there finally seeks some professional help for these issues with people abandoning him.
According to him, he's in therapy, but I don't know.
We have yet to see the results. We have yet to see any results. He needs to get on the air and talk about these issues. You know, I speak with my issues when I do my vlogs a lot of times.
Yeah, but
I mean,
yeah, but see, the thing
go
is,
ahead.
Joe does things a lot more differently, and he tries to perceive himself as a victim. So you don't do that in your streams and stuff. So it should be clear.
Yeah, it's true. But he needs. I think it's time he needs to man up and say, "Hey, if I let these issues go on for years and years, it could do some damage to me in the long run."
Of course, it's
It can
already
make
done
me sick
damage. He
inside.
has made the thing is though, resentment causes a negative energy vibration in the body, and he's been holding on to this resentment for a long time. Look, I don't resent Joe Cronin. Am I bothered at the fact that we could have probably resolved things? Yeah, because it doesn't take much, you know, when it comes to Dave Rose. You just got to fucking show you're upstanding. And that also probably bothers him a lot, that I'm able to rectify situations or just be friends with anybody in the chat or who's around that may have previously been in conflict with me. And yet he can accomplish the same. Now, why is that?
Yeah, because he's so holding on to those issues in the past. He's probably got it in his head that if he holds on to those issues, he'll protect himself for whatever bad thing that comes in the end. He's kind of like built a wall around himself, hence the Pink Floyd album and the storyline behind that.
Say that again,
So
sorry.
he said basically he's kind of building a wall around him, kind of like Pink, the character
Yeah,
from the
no,
Pink.
that's actually a great analogy, to be quite honest. If people actually understood that album, they'd understand that this was Pink trying to create a psychological wall around himself, like you said, to protect himself from the realities of the world. So yeah, that's a very good analogy.
Yeah, and I think it's time we all get together and say, tear down the wall, because it's obviously affecting the hell out of him.
It definitely is. But the thing is, though, he is just unfortunately, he's so stuck on his resentment that, even with Ken, who Ken apparently talked to him, last month and stuff, is that he still doesn't want to just get over that. Get over the fact that there was a conflict. And the bigger thing is that I personally think he recognizes that he's in the wrong, but he can't accept that. It would just be such a disastrous thing to his ego that he would rather just double down and continue to, have a conflict with Ken rather than just resolve it and say, you know what, I was wrong. You know what, let's just fucking try to work this out. Let's maybe, try to do something to continue to work again. But it's just evident, and I think the ultimate evidence is with me. So he's tried to connect with, Ken, for example. He's tried to connect with JB, but me, no. Something I've done has really touched him.
Yep, you brought out the truth. You brought out something that Joe's been making remarks about for how many years now?
Well, too many to remember, but yeah, I mean, that's probably one of many things. I think the fact that I've been able to go so long on him, like do these streams that multi-hours, and he has no ability to respond, and he doesn't want to make a video on his channel because that would just acknowledge that A, it affects him, B, that he's watching, and C, that he wants to, address this. So it just, it causes a lot of seething inside him, and he has no way to sort of, alleviate that unless he gets into a situation where, like this bullfrog thing, where he has the opportunity now to unleash that rage on somebody that may or may not deserve that, but it's misdirected. That's the hate towards me and Ken, and probably Nikki who? But that's the hate that he's fucking raging in this video, and Bullfrog just happened to raise my name to, allow allow Joe to fucking, sort of utilize this as an opportunity to say, okay, this is my chance to now unleash my rage, to get out my frustrations, whether it's, acceptable or not on this individual. It's just now I can get my rage out. And, plus guilt by association, He comes out of my show to defend himself, and we all shit on him. He cries and all that shit. But, no, now it's fucking... Joe says, well, he went to our show, and therefore he associates with us. And Nikki Nines actually showed a screenshot, which I provided him, which was under the video that I'm playing right now, which is... what's his name? Micah... I'll just read this out here, but Mitch DC says, Joe, this was spot on. Obviously, Bullfrog is just the low IQ messenger of an obsessed bunch of sociopaths. We all know who they are, cannot handle the fact that Joe does this work and makes a living, has a successful life, which I'll have to interject and say, you'd have to define that, because this whole miserable lifestyle of fucking woe is me, I want to kill myself, give me a Moderna shot, doesn't really, in my opinion, encompass what successful is. But continuing, and family. So, has a successful life and family. Cope and seethe, you jealous trolls. In quotations, where are you when I needed you the most? Da fuck. Now, but here, cope and seethe, those are my words, okay? I'm the one who's down, okay? In the sense that I know the words. I know what's going on. I frequent the chants. Let's just say it that way. So I know. I've got my finger on the pulse of these sorts of things. So you're using now words, and I've seen you, Mitch DC, in my chat. But cope and seethe, I'm the one who started that shit. Because I was referring to he who shan't be named, and the potential trannyism that could be occurring. But regardless, is that those are my words. Just like we'll see later on in a short moment with Joe Cronin's video, he steals my words. Why? Because he watches me. You all watch me. You all watch Ken. You all watch Nikki. You watch it all. So these words that you never got exposed to in the past because... literally, you're all fucking Walmart Americans, so you never bothered to open a fucking book, not to mention a fucking thesaurus. So these words obviously are foreign to you, but as soon as somebody of my intellectual capacity starts to utilize them, you say, I hate that ghost, but he is smart. I don't want to admit it, though, so I'm going to start using those words now, too, because I want to sound as smart as him. So you've been exposed yet again. And I'm done with my little diatribe there, but please...
All right.
Continue.
Go ahead. Well,
no, I'm done. Well, I'm done with my diatribe. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to go back to something that you said a couple of streams ago about Joe Cronin finding God. I think right now he needs to turn to God for help.
Hold on. When did he say he found God? Hold on. When did he
never did say. So but I'm saying I'm saying you suggested he needs to find God.
Oh, well, me and many other people, to be quite honest.
Ken as well, yeah, I remember that. Now, he had this experience that kind of made him to an atheist, I guess it was. I'm not too sure what happened there, but we don't know what it was, but it wasn't God's fault. blame the individual who did that to him. He needs to start doing that, you know.
That's true.
Because too many people, you know, too many people have this tendency to blame everybody else for what this group of people done to this particular person, and that's where all this animosity between cultures start. You know, and that's all I need to say about that particular item there.
All right.
I'll let you go, man. I'm enjoying the show, man. You're on dot on a lot of things, man.
Well, definitely appreciate it, and thank you for the input.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.
Shoot an illegal for me.
I will. Where's that C at?
All right, man. You take care, man.
You too, man.
All right, there goes Dr. Earl. Not the psychopath that Joe Cronin tries to portray him as. And no, he is not making death threats. So, let's just stop. But let's continue.
Do anything. So I'm always going to fucking leave.
Go ahead.
Yes, go ahead and leave, Bullfrog. Go ahead and leave. Never come back.
And leave, Bullfrog. But I'm just telling you, you're coming at me with this shit. I was doing a wrestling review. You brought this shit up.
Nobody wants me around, so I won't do everybody's fucking favorite assignment. I'm just going
You come over here. You come over here. You come over here and have a good time with me if you want, and we can have fun and monetize this and these other shows. But if you want to spend time talking to people that do drama streams,
oh, hold on. We're gonna have to show this.
If you want to spend time talking to people that do drama stream.
Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a further revelation, okay, because I'm going to be showing you a little screenshot here when my computer decides to respond. Okay, so this is supposed to be the most masculine individual in this community. Let's look at this individual here, okay. And I'm going to call this Low T Joe. So, what do we got here? We got an image that's going to be displayed in just a short moment where he's referring to these drama streams. Okay, now look at how effeminate he looks. Now, again, this is like a feminist telling you what is manly, what is masculine. It's like you have no place whatsoever, you failed human, to even dictate that sort of thing. But let's go back to this video here and listen to how he tries to portray this.
You come over here and have a good time with me if you want, and we can have fun and monetize this and these other shows. But if you want to spend time talking to people that do drama streams, guys.
You're the one, first of all, who always, you play the girl, like I said this about He Who Shan't Be Named, is that whenever you do these sorts of things, you never play the role of the male. You never play the role of the male. You immediately go to the fucking bottom, to the fucking female role, to the fucking faggot. You always go to that. That speaks a lot about you and your conflicted, obviously, sexuality.
About other men all day long, every day, who give a platform to the bad people.
Every day. And also to the bad people. To the bad people. Are you 5 years old? So you think that, those that try to get you into their windowless van with candy, they're the bad people. Yeah, that's what you tell a 5-year-old. But, obviously at 18, you're like, yeah, that guy's a fucking sick pedophile. And, hey, if you get a chance, see what you can do about it. That's the thing, though. The bad people. It's just so fucking pathetic how infantile he is in his mentality and how he just breaks down an argument to the point where it just becomes goo goo gaga, you know, baby talk. Radio Gaga, Radio Goo Goo, Radio Gaga.
To the bad guys, to the doxers, to the bad people.
Guilty as charged. Right? Or allegedly, supposedly, who knows? No, that's false.
Who say they don't like those people and they don't care about them and they're terrible people, but...
Oh my God, we're going to have to rewind this because this is... Okay, imagine this, people. This is an artist who claims... Well, this is somebody who claims to be a painter and an artist who's just grabbing a bunch of paint cans and just throwing it onto canvas. There's no fucking skill involved here. There's no artwork. This is literally contemporary, postmodern bullshit. And if you know art, you know what I'm talking about. But let's continue. Because that might sound gay to some people, but guess what? It's still a lot more masculine than anything that comes out of Joe's mouth. Or goes into it, for that matter.
And have a good time with me if you want. And we can have fun and monetize this and these other shows. But if you want to spend time talking to people that do drama streams, guys, about other men all day long, every day, who give a platform to the bad people, to the bad guys, to the doxers, to the bad people, who say they don't like those people and they don't care about them and they're terrible people, but yet will spend 6 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour talking about everybody to churn it up even more. You keep doing that and wonder why the bad shit happens to you. Hashtag fact.
No, hashtag dact.
No, the fact is, I'm making $7,000 and I ain't getting shit for it.
You goddamn right you ain't getting shit for it because you're talk shit about everybody.
I've been praising up the good about, Sean's view. And Sean asks me all the time, I say, yeah, we're cool, we're trying to work things out.
This is the same faggot, Sean's view, who apparently, from what I was told earlier today, spent the full year in some sort of psychiatric institute to handle, I guess, reality. And this is the same person who is allowing for you to be doxxed and be played, as I clearly made out the other day, which you do not want to accept, apparently, fuck frog or boo frog. But, hey, that's the guy you're associating with. You reap what you sow. You got to sleep in your bed now.
Let me tell you something. You keep hanging around with all those people, it's going to keep happening. You want it? Enjoy it. It's up to you. Don't come bitching to me. Don't come bitching to me, brother. Don't come bitching to me. These are evil motherfuckers. If you don't believe that...
Evil motherfuckers. So, Ken, I guess you're evil. I'm evil, apparently. Travis, I guess you're evil. Who else has shown up on the show to sort of deserve that sort of moniker? Maybe Tommy NC. But yes, we're evil.
That's on you, but you're coming to me flipping out about them like there's some evil shit going on. I can't help you. I have nothing to do with those people or with you or anything else. So that's it. You got to make that decision for yourself. So maybe listen to what I just said to you and realize it's true. Or you can continue to do what you do and play with your family members' pussy. So
$100.
Oh my God!
Donation time.
D. Welsh coming in with the pay to play. Oh, and he just cut it off right at that point. Oh, how convenient of you, Joe. How convenient. But yeah, separated from your video the other day. And yeah, it's all good, right? I do have to look up for a few other clips here, but if anyone wishes to call in, lines are open. Feel free to do so. There was a few things I did want to show, and I believe there was a clip or two that was provided to me that I was hoping to display here. But yeah, I got inundated with a bunch of messages here. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, if anyone wants to call in, just let me know. Somebody sent me something earlier. Apparently, what I'm being told is D. Welsh has all the money in the world to donate because he lives with his mom and spends his money on Joe instead of putting it towards his child he had with his ex that is under 2 to 3 years old. Wow. Wow. I did not know that. I didn't realize that he was divorced. That's kind of sucky, but that's interesting, to say the least. Damn it. Somebody had sent me something that they told me to sort of review. And actually, let's listen to this. This was given to me yesterday. Ken sent this to me in regards to Tony. I did play it a couple of times, but because there were so many people on yesterday, I'm sure many people didn't hear it.
Well, why don't you tell him, Bullfrog, you love your pillow? This is... Dude, that guy...
Oh, no, that's not the one. He's talking about Extreme Shaft, I believe. Where he's apparently sounds like Mike Lindell. I just think he sounds like fucking Jake Bars and Seaman, but let's continue. This is the one.
Puck, shot back out towards the point. Put back in by Rogers. Shot on net, deflected by Tony from Revere. Another deflection, but no goal on the play.
Yeah, that was very comical. Ken has some good stuff. Apparently he made a parody song. I don't know what this is about. Oh, no, that's not it. Wrong link there, Ken. But just go back here. I'm still trying to figure out who it was that sent me something to review. Maybe you can remind me, people. I'm going to go back to the chat to address those that are here and obviously making some good points. Apparently, the inside info says apparently D. Welsh never married this woman, that they dated briefly, and that the kid was a newborn when he was chasing after Amanda Carmen. Ugh. I want to puke. Back to the chat. Let's see what we got here. We got Eclipse X3. Thank you for joining us. He says, I'd be embarrassed to tell my kids I get bills paid by some chinless handicap who donates to a YouTube show. Yep. Ken says he doesn't do just drama streams. He also does Friday Night Fire and Smug Canadians. Maybe he's referring to me. I don't know. Ken says, I heard the Rangers just threw a contract for Tony from Revere and to play in front of the net on the power play. Yes, he'd probably be the most valuable player when it came to ice hockey as a goalie, because he can deflect like the best of them. Okay, so there's more comments there. There was something, I'm sorry, people, but there was something else I was supposed to cover here, and for some fucking reason, I'm not remembering it. There was a lot that was given to me today, and I just honestly can't remember. Let's see. Oh, apparently Tony was on Gargut's show earlier today. And this guy, I mean, it's just fucking sad. This guy is just scrimping along, trying to go to whatever website or whatever, channel will accept him. It's just fucking sad as hell. Let's see, back to the chat here. Lines are still open, by the way, people. Help me out. I know it's 4:20, so you're probably having your little cannabis excursion. But, hey, Save Dave with letting him speak. Well, with letting him take a rest from speaking. We've been on for 2 hours and 21 minutes. Not the full 6 hours of yesterday yet, Cronin, but you never know. Thing is, though, calls are always appreciated. So Jada says, Welsh stopped in saying he supports whoever he wants. Oh, there we go. We got Bullseye coming to save me. All right, Bullseye, you have the floor. Thank you. My jaw needs a rest.
It's funny. Yeah. It's funny coming from Joe that he calls everybody else scumbags, even though that's vague, but we know who he talks about. It's really funny. Despite the fact that he puts Danny MT on, he puts Bullfrog on, had Tony on before, not to mention he did a few streams with Scunty, yet he claims you can put scumbags on your shows. Coming from that guy is kind of ironic.
Well, it's hypocritical, to be quite honest, but he doesn't want to see that hypocrisy. And he's always pointing out the finger to somebody else. Those people with the bad people. It's like, but what about, are you just going to just gloss over what D. Welsh did to fucking Bullfrog?
And apparently Paul 3, which I think I've seen his face before, where he tried to call in to call out Gatekeeper Drew, but he didn't say anything because he was muted the entire time. I don't think he knew how to press the mute button or something. But it was the first time, so that's all I know. It was a while back. But yeah, Joe pretty much will defend his donators as long as you're donating to him. So I'm here. Shell was against Joe until she donated back to him again. And all is well. So it's just like, I just know I could just drop $1,000 on him. He'd accept me back, no problem. So
yeah, but if me and Travis become cool again, no, that's not cool.
Well, that's not Joe's business. I think Joe would take you back too if you started talking great about him. So.
Oh, you mean sucking dick and just like ignoring his hypocrisies? That doesn't happen with somebody who doesn't have Peter Pan syndrome. I'm an adult.
Well,
I'm a grown man talking about other grown men, but I ain't a pussy-ass bitch who refuses to grow up. Joe Cronin, on the other hand...
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly...
He definitely is.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do, is just lead off.
Yeah, sorry. That was my brain fart, but yeah. Okay, that guy doesn't say names. He dances around he beats around the bush. He doesn't get to the point.
Sits on the fence.
Yeah. Apparently, he shows less knowledge than me in politics, which is probably more sad.
No, it's not apparently. It's evident. It's beyond indismissible.
You know your history pretty well, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, what's up, Ken? Well, I have to know. There's just some people that will choose to be ignorant because, well, that's actually by choice.
So what's up, Ken? What you got to add?
All right. Well, first, let me take that bong hit, and second, Bullseye. Sorry, Bullseye. Are you into history?
A little bit. I'm trying to get into it more, just because of the state of the world. So it's just like reading is actually becoming more interesting to me. So it's just like, oh.
I heard you talking about like something. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but you were really getting into like the history, and I was like, damn, he knows his history because I'm like a history fucking buff. I love that shit. But anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked. We were talking about this in the chat, and I think Bullsey's situation is a little different than what I'm about to say, but most of the time, and this is a thing that this guy does a lot, most of the time somebody has an opinion in the chat or somewhere else about Joe, right? And it's not even something fucked up. It's just something that they see and they call out or they ask a question about, and you run the risk of even being a donator for 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. You give thousands of dollars, right, to this guy. He says he loves you. He says your name every fucking show. You have fun in the chats. Everybody knows you. And all of a sudden you can have one opinion and boom, you're blackballed from the fucking chat, from the show. And now you got to worry about all his little minions coming after you and talking shit about you and fucking slandering you across the whole fucking entire community. You know, and it happens with a lot of people because like what I said before, everybody is expendable because the minute one guy gets shot down, the next guy gets up. And Joe knows that now. If Joe didn't know that, he wouldn't treat people like he does. He would treat them with respect. And like Sith Negan said, now I don't need no fucking body to have my back or anything like that. Cause I mentioned, you know, you would figure you donate to the guy who would have your back or, kind of like, at least help out certain situations and shit. And it's like, I understand what he's saying. I don't need nobody to help me, but I'm like, the respect part of it is like, you've been donating to me for years. Even if you have a bad opinion about something, I'm not going to fight with you because, dude, you know what? You deserve to have that opinion. And even if it's real and it's the truth or it's just your opinion, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't fucking get into a brawl with somebody and blacklist them like that. You know, and there's so many of these guys. And that's what I meant before when I was saying to you, Dave, about Joe does this every once in a while. And that whole blowout that he just had last night, all it does really is push people towards other areas. Not necessarily towards us, but it just pushes people.
It pushes them away. And when they're away, what do? Look for other sources. And what do they find? You, me, C-Man, Nikki.
And you know what happens? Then you get accused of being converted or brainwashed.
No, you get convicted of actually actively stealing donators and viewers.
Yeah. He steals my donators. They steal my donators. They dox people.
Every day you're streaming on them, Ken. Every day you're streaming. Every day, and you're lying about him every day. Every day.
He is such a slanderous fuck, bro. He sits there and says, oh, these people attack. Listen, when I had my last conversation with Joe, because I didn't hear that until you just played it. Dude, my conversation with Joe was, yes, Joe, like we were talking about things that have happened to us behind the scenes. And I told him, yeah, they called my daughter's school, bro, while they were in school last year. And I had a whole conversation with him about this. And what I had
Rocca in Australia had that shit happen to him with his kid who's attending university.
I mean, that's just nuts that they would do that to him too. But, I'm like, I had a whole conversation with Joe about that. And now all of a sudden, not even a month later, he's doing a fucking, he's going nuts and he's mentioning these people call my kid's school. Well, dude, if they did, how come you didn't mention that to me when I was mentioning what happened to me last year that I didn't tell anybody really about because I don't want to make a big deal about my kid's school and all this and that. But, like, it's just weird. He didn't mention that. So, I mean, I know he said it before, but Joe just slaps on anything to make it sound like he's the one who's under attack. Yep. But meanwhile, he's upping all these guys. Like we said before, he's upping all these guys like Simo and fucking Scott. He not only put Simo up on his shit, right? And I laugh at it. I hope he keeps doing it. You want to keep scumbags, go right ahead because that's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. And then he not only does that, but then he goes and cuts a video with Scott in it. Like, dude, what are you trying to say? Like, what exactly are you saying? You sat there for months telling people, I don't talk to fucking Scott. I don't have anything to do with him. Right? But no, I'm going to make a video about him when he just disappears finally. Like, you make no sense, dude. You always try to keep these guys who have done the most damage to people and have promoted doxing and all kinds of illegal shit in this community and fucking spineless fucking shit that these guys have done with our names and our addresses being put everywhere. It's all back to those guys. But yet, Joe puts them on his fucking...
Wasn't it Joe who said, hey, I know that you're taking care of someone down the block from you, Ken, and I'm going to do something about it?
That's why I thought that quote-unquote promo was about. And... that's why I took it personally. Like, yo, he's talking about me. There's no doubt about it. Like, why are you saying all this shit about me out of nowhere? And it was the family down the block because I told him when we were friends, he knew that I take care of my parents down the block. And the way that he put it was just in my mind, if I had a long conversation with
But no, Ken, you're wrong, because the fact is he can be ambiguous all he wants. So no, he was referring to somebody else. No, this is now his easy way out. He can't be accountable. He's Peter Pan.
But here's the thing. Go behind DMs. He went to me behind DMs. He said it was YR and everybody else over there. And back in the day when I first popped into YR's chat, Ken was on, Dave was on, Essie was on, Tony, Bullfrog, Bodark, probably more I'm missing. I believe Nikki Nines and Mars Mira. Yes, he wasn't really being vague when he went to me behind DMs.
Yeah.
So it's clear he means all of you. Me, I probably should be included in Travis TLC as well, because I saw him on there too.
Now, gentlemen, I want to... Sorry, Ken, what did you say?
No, I was just going to say what you said before was true, Dave. What you said before about it's all jelly. It's all jelly, bro. It's because he saw the last 2 weeks of how much fun we were having on shows. It's not that you do shows on him. He's not even he won't even admit that bothers him, right? But obviously he watches, and he's probably watching right now, right? And you know that he saw the shows, the belt, the this, the that, and how much fun we had, and it fucking pisses him off to no end. So he took the opportunity to fucking let it rip with Bullfrog, you know? And it's like, the truth comes out, though, whenever he gets into those moods where he starts letting it flow. The truth comes out. And you know what? You don't hear him going, well, he's saying this shit tonight, right? On this fucking playback you're playing for us. You don't hear him going like when he fucking lies his ass off and he's just guessing what's next because he's just going as he's just it's off the top of the head at that point when he lies. He's like in this.
Well, he's stumbling for his words. It's obvious.
Yeah. Well, whenever he lies, he stumbles for his words. It's like he says like, and this and that, and faggot, and I want to suck your cock, and like all kinds of weird shit to like mirage what's going on. But in this thing you're playing right now, he's not doing that at all. So you know what? That means he's really fucking telling us how he feels, and he's also fucking lying his ass off about fucking being a victim. You know, he turns Bullfrog going to him. That was my point. He turns Bullfrog going to him into him being a victim. Like, I don't know how that whole thing got spun. You know, maybe Bullfrog shouldn't have went to him. I get that. But, like, it turns into Joe's victim time. Hey, guys, just sit back. The next half hour will be me letting you know how much of a victim I am.
All right, so I want to direct attention, which I've had the screenshot up for a while. I want to go over Ken, but I got this message from D. Welsh. It's on your screens. It's been on there for a while. I want to read it out to you. Let's get one fucking goddamn... Sorry, let me try this again, because we're dealing with retards who have no idea Zagama. Let's get one fucking goddamn straight. Don't ever discuss my private life on your stream, because what I just fucking heard you say was 100% wrong. Like, fucking think before you speak. Well, why don't you fucking think before you write? Let's continue. I don't fucking care if you talk about me. If I don't give a shit at all, but when you bring up shit that's personal... That's when shit hits the fan. If you've got questions, you can ask me personally or want things discussed correctly, but leave it off your stream. No, and no, and no, and no. And yes, this is your private message being displayed. Now, let's continue. We've got this. In case you had to know, and I didn't have to know, this information was provided to me, and I just repeated it. You don't like that? You want to start with fucking CNN or ABC or all these other fucking fake news shits. I'm not fake news, but they are. And they just regurgitate shit. So start with that if you want to fucking hate on something. Now, he says, in case you had to know, I was never married to my child's mother. So in that incorrect statement on your show, well, I did correct that, I believe. In fact, I know I did, because it was sent to me. Divorce is impossible when you're not married. Understood? Yeah, of course. I mean, I understand that, but I never said that you were divorced, in my opinion. I mean, I said that, I reiterated this fact that you weren't married. That information was provided to me, and I stated it. But first of all, I don't listen to anybody that doesn't have a predominant chin. So obviously you're disqualified from that. But first of all, you don't talk to me like an adult when I'm clearly, first of all, you're superior, intellectually, spiritually, physically, especially with the chin. And you don't talk to me like a fucking child. Understood? No, bitch, I just showed your fucking private messages that you sent to me because you're so fucking triggered that you can't handle the fact that the individual that provided me with that information that I revealed has direct connections to you. So, what you need to understand is I have the all-seeing lazy eye, and I know all. Whoever wanted to speak, please continue.
Take some of that money and purchase a fucking aesthetic chin.
Dude, for the amount of money he's donated, he could probably actually had a chin fucking transplant or rebuilt fucking... You know how they're doing the 3D printers now with a fucking building anything? They could have built a chin. Like, you know, we could build them. What was that fucking line from the $6 Million Man? We can rebuild him.
Yeah. You know, I'd like to open up that chin and see what's in it. You know what I mean?
It's a black hole. It's collapsing upon itself.
Yo, I was trying to say something before, and I got all fucked up because as I was trying to make a point, I'm seeing what's on TV, and it's the president now saying that if you have 100 or less if you have 100 or more workers in a certain area, you have to get either vaccinated or tested weekly from here on out. So he's mandating it now. So the next step will be you have to get vaccinated. I don't give a fuck if you work or you don't work. You have to be vaccinated. So that's where we're at now. So that's why I was like, I didn't even know what the fuck I was saying because I'm hearing this asshole fucking say that. So that means I'll be dead pretty soon. So for those of you out there who hate me, there you go.
Well, if you actually want knowledge as to what drugs to get to prevent ever getting it. So, you know, there are some jobs that are basically saying, well, if you're willing to at least submit for a twice weekly test to see if you've got, the COOF, then, you can remain employed. Well, if you want certain, Trump talked about this. I'm not going to say it on this video because it would get struck. We're going to talk about that in a future episode, but guess what? You want that fucking info? You want the fucking details? You contact me. I'll tell you exactly what you need to ensure that not only you don't get the COOF, but if you do, you can clear it in 3 days. That's it. And Rogan is just an amateur when it comes to this. Yeah, he eventually decided to smarten up. But guess what? I have yet to experience anything when it comes to the supposed experiences of the COOF. And, I'm still, living my life untainted.
On the Joe Biden subject, this guy, even though Dr. Fauci was already exposed, he invested in gains in the vaccines, obviously proven. Obviously also proven to be father of COVID-19. Joe Biden just keeps him.
All right, well, you're going to have to stop using that word because that's why we're not discussing it, and this is not the top, the channel to be discussing this, or at least the stream right now. I'm using code words so that I don't get struck.
Okay.
Well, this sucks because they're going to force me into getting this vaccine pretty soon, so I'm fucked.
Maybe you can move out of state or something, man. Maybe you can get religious exemptions.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I got a lot of shit going on, and it's like, the COVID shit is fucked up, and it's like, I know a lot of people that did get it, the vax, but I did, and some of them were fine, most of them are fine, but you hear all this shit that they're saying on, in so many places, and it's like, it's uncalled for. There's no reason for me to even get vaccinated, man. My whole house had it. I got tested twice. It was negative both times. My whole house had it. So, I need to be vaccinated. obviously I'm fine.
Yeah, it's called antibodies. It's called natural immunity. But
Yeah,
no,
so
now they just decide to change the definition of what natural immunity means. Meanwhile, Sweden never locked down. Their economy continued to thrive, and the majority of people weren't coerced into getting vaccines, and yet I think 80% or more ended up getting it. I mean, I'm not really down with that, but the fact is, without all this fucking fear porn and fear mongering, they got the population to be healthy. There's 0 cases every week, and you got a lot of them to actually sign up for this experimental gene therapy. So, I mean, maybe not being so tyrannical will actually get these tyrants what they want. Not that it's going to work with me.
oh man, that sucks, man. That I knew it was going to come to.
Dude, your name is now Snake Falmouth trying to escape from New York. I'm sorry, bud, but you're going to have to consider that because your state is fucked and you need an escape plan quick.
Fuck, man. Well, I mean, I know my wife is, she's not leaving New York, so that's definitely not. I'd leave New York in a second, but in a second. And I plan on it. You know, if they let me live to the next fucking 10 years of my life.
I'm not taking it. And that's the thing. If they want to send me into an internment camp, they can fucking try to get me into fucking cuffs, and they're going to end up killing me. It's as simple as that. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to no fucking camp, and you're not going to fucking jab me. Simple as that. I'd rather die.
That's what I'm saying, man. I said that to my wife this morning. I said, well, then I get fired, and we move out of state. That's the alternative, or else I'll just off myself on the job. That way you guys get all the benefits, and you'll be fine without me. So those are the alternatives. So, like, what do you want to do?
This is my red line. This is where I cannot fall back. I will take whatever comes. I mean, and they're trying to do this, or they're actually right now with this pandemic in Canada, as well as the upcoming election. They're trying to introduce basically digital IDs. And this is the step necessary to move towards a one world government with, digital IDs and digital currency, which is why, people who are investing in Bitcoin so much, you don't understand that the powers that be really know this whole situation, and they're manipulating it. These drops that we see in pricing, they're not fucking by accident. But this is my line in the sand. I will not go any further. And hey, if my fate ends up at literally being a bunch of cops shooting me dead because I refuse to get into the truck, I accept that. I honestly accept that. I've lived a great life, in my opinion. COVID hasn't destroyed my life there, Yig. But that's the thing, though. COVID's actually emboldened me, because the fact is that I am now more unrepentant than ever. I will not yield to tyranny. And if that just requires for my blood to replenish the Tree of Liberty, then I welcome it.
And you know what? What's the fucking sense of taking something that is not needed? It's not needed. And if you look up shit that in the 78, there was a fucking big, huge breakout of the flu. And the president at the time wanted to vaccinate the entire country, right? And they started even mandating shit. And some of the first thousands of people that went and got the shot, a couple of them, like a lot of them, got fucked up side effects from it. Really fucked up side effects. And the same exact fucking thing is happening again. And you can't sue anybody. God forbid you get hurt and you take care of your family and you get the second jab and all of a sudden you're all fucked up. You got Bell's palsy now or whatever the fuck that thing is, Guy Ray or whatever they call that shit. You're fucked. Like, your family now doesn't have their main breadwinner working anymore. And you can't even sue anybody to fucking say, hey, I can't work no more. My family needs to be taken care of. And you know what? There's millions of people out there, Dave, just like you, who are saying the same fucking thing. You know what? Fuck this shit. I'll never take it. I will never get it. I will never take it. I will never put it in my system. And I'm
saying. By the way, if you look at your stream right now, you're going to see SARS stock. And this happened actually in Toronto. The Rolling Stones and who else? AC/DC played there. Okay, look at all these thousands of people. Now, SARS, remember, SARS is part of the CoV-D SARS, coronavirus, the novel coronavirus SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. So during this outbreak, this pandemic, and Toronto suffered greatly because of the outbreak here and tourism, they held this contest with people, shoulder to shoulder when they were experiencing a pandemic. And that was perfectly fine, but why is that not fine now?
Now they're coming for all kids, bro. LA is the first major city in the U.S. to mandate every single student, to have the shot. Now they're coming for the kids, just like they said.
Yep.
Just like they fucking said. Yeah. All right. Yep.
Don't have your conversations here.
Now they're coming for all kids now, motherfuckers. Fucking unbelievable. Fucking real. I can't fucking believe this idiot. I can't believe the president we have would fucking. I mean, would if Trump was in office right now, do you think that he would fucking mandate some shit like that?
No.
Definitely not, right? If a Republican, even just a Republican, was in office, would they mandate some shit like that? Or is it like just to the person?
No, because
like,
the thing is, though, conservatives always try to push for smaller government, and the government should never have to dictate to the people about their moral choices, nor should it ever be mandated nor legislated. So conservatives naturally yield to those that have common sense and can think for themselves. Meanwhile, liberals and leftists say the government knows best, so we'll tell you what you think. And these people eat it up.
Dave, I'm interested to know how many of the people that are in the community have gotten a shot and are okay, and how many people haven't gotten a shot.
Well, I can reveal a fair bit about that because there's batch numbers for the vaccines, which means that this is actually still a clinical trial. If there wasn't batch numbers, it would mean that there isn't a double-blind test and that everyone's given the same vaccine. What are we seeing? Well, we've already seen the proof. Many people are getting saline solution. Okay, especially politicians, because saline solution does nothing. It's basically water and salt. So what are we seeing? We're seeing basically some people actually get the actual vaccine, and they're suffering. And some people are getting a fake placebo, and it's also a photo op, and yeah, we got this person vaccinated, but it's not the case. There's batch numbers on these fucking vaccine implementations. And it's very clear if you've read into the information, Cora, you'll know that basically all these vaccines, well, they're not even vaccines. They don't even, that's the problem. This word is being tossed around and it doesn't actually apply. Vaccines apply to a certain thing with a dead virus in there. This is mRNA gene therapy. Totally fucking different. So
yeah, you're right about that, dude. It's not a vaccine because number one, vaccines got to be tested for a certain amount of time before they can even be.
Well, that's the thing, though. This supposed vaccine, which it's not, its trials end, depending on which one you're looking at, either in 2022 or 2023. So this is already in the FDA's mandates and reports and stuff. Basically, these are still under a test. And their testing won't end until 2022, 2023, when they've got enough people injected with the actual vaccine, if you want to use that word, and we see enough effects that basically people are, dying from this, a mass die-off.
Jesus, man. Fucking crazy. Hey, the only thing I could hope for is, like, my whole family don't die from the vaccine. But I do wonder how many people are vaccinated that listen to us, like, and can tell us, hey, listen, I took this and I'm fine, or hey, I took this and it wasn't good, or hey,
Are we
guys,
to expect immediate results once you get vaccinated, or sorry, I should say when you get the jab, or are we going to understand that this sort of gene therapy takes a few years? Again, to coincide with the end of the testing, this is about the amount of time that would take necessary for these things to take effect. So when people start to see protein spikes from, due to the vaccine or other, I can't pronounce it properly, but basically heart conditions, blood clots, all this stuff. When we start to see them more prevalent in 3 years, are we going to change our opinion on this?
I don't fucking know anything anymore. Dave, do you know, all right, so Joe got vaccinated, correct?
At least once, apparently.
Yeah, and
maybe twice. I don't know.
I think it was once because he made that reference about, I'll take the next jab. I hope it kills me. So, and I hope the Moderna gets me or something, he said. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I think maybe he needs the second one.
Well, I wonder how he's going to feel when they say that his little kids have to fucking take this vaccine. I wonder how okay with it he'll be then.
Well, he made a big deal about it. He's very much a fence sitter. He wants to promote what's supposedly settled science, and we know that statement alone is an oxymoron. But he claimed that he was holding off on the vaccine. I don't know why, if he had so much confidence in this. And he also made it an effort and a point that he didn't want his kids vaccinated. And well, I mean, yeah, exactly. What's going to happen when it's mandated by the government?
So, Dave, this guy who's a big-time, I don't want to say conspiracy theory guy because, you know what, there's a lot of truth to what he says. A friend of mine who's, really into a lot of shit that, not everything that, Alex Jones is into, but a lot down that road. But there's a lot he differs on, right? And he's more to my end than I would say, if anything. But he told me, he goes, bro, I'm telling you, because he got the vaccination. And I was like, dude, I cannot believe you got vaccinated. And he was like, he's like, I had to for my job. And I said, yeah, but you're so against it. And he's like, yeah, I had to do it to save my job. And it was a decision. And I said, well, what made you ultimately say, okay, it was just because you're going to lose your job? And he was like, no, he said he spoke to a friend of his that's in, I guess the Marines or the not the Marines, the Navy SEALs. And he said he knew a Navy SEAL that told him that, bro, they made us all get vaccinated when it first came out. Before it even came out, they had a lot of people vaccinated already with inside of our defenses for the country or whatever it was. And he said that a lot of these people were vaccinated. And he said that his friend told him, don't you think that if they were planning on killing all of us with this or dying off in 5 years or getting sick and dying from it, do you think that they would vaccinate their entire army? And the guy said that's what ultimately got him to finally say, all right, I think I'll be all right if I get jabbed.
Okay, good for him. He deserves his fate. Because shall we ignore the fact that what's going on around the rest of the world? Japan stopped vaccinating people because they found foreign objects in these vaccines. Essentially, a lot of metal, magnetic types of material, essentially graphene. You got to look into these people. Look into this, people. Graphene specifically. And, oh my God, 6 gigahertz frequency. Oh, close to 5G. Oh, I'm being a mellow here. But, can you control that? Is that conspiracy of 5G and COVID so far off now? No, it's not, because that's along the exact frequency necessary to utilize this graphene that's in other people's bodies. And we already have the white papers from the government saying we've got technology that can either put a voice into somebody's head and make them think that they're hearing voices and to do things, or we can basically make people physically do things regardless of their choice, because we have control over their body functions and we can control them like a robot. This information is public. It's in white papers that are produced by war colleges to say this is how we're going to fight wars in the next generation. And the patents exist, which means the technology exists, because the only reason you create a patent is to control and protect your investment so you can make money off it. Secret projects don't normally fucking reveal this sort of thing because it's so secret that you can keep it hidden. But a patent is necessary to protect your investment, A, as the government, and B, as the company that, you know, is a spin-off of a CIA front, to control this technology. And they're the ones who are going to basically need to benefit from it financially. And as such, that is the reason why a patent is put into place. So these patents exist. We know this is essentially what they want to do. And the war plans prove it. This is how, dude, I mean, people in the 1950s and 60s, they were talking about dropping bombs on Soviets. The Americans were talking about dropping bombs on the Soviets that had chemical compositions that would turn, and I'm using air quotes now, turn the soldiers gay. This is fucking documented.
Yeah, you're right, man.
This is chemical. Right. This is chemical and biological warfare, and it's on the fucking record.
Yep, and it exists, and that's where we're at. All right. Anyway, Dave, I'm gonna bounce. My phone's gonna die anyway. But
all right, man. It was great to have you in here. Great
Thanks,
conversation.
Bro.
And what time are you going to go with Converted tonight?
Probably around like 9.
Alrighty, so about 4 hours from now.
Yeah, whenever Joe starts, I'll just, no. But yeah, probably around 9.
All right, sounds good, man. Look forward to it.
All right, man. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, you have a good one. All right. On that note, I think we're gonna bring it to an end here. We've discussed quite a many things, and we reviewed a plethora of different things. But I do appreciate every single person who has chosen to spend their time with us here today. I hope it was enjoyable, and I hope a few things were learned. I know we went a little off the edge there at the end. I do hope to eventually do a video specifically on these sorts of topics, and yeah, hopefully I'm going to have to do that 9/11 video tomorrow, I guess, because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, and I don't want to do it on 9/11, and I don't want to do it after. So going to have to get my ass into gear and get that working. So look forward to that, and look forward to Ken's Converted show later on this evening. I am Devious Dave Rose. I do appreciate every single one of you for showing up here today. And we shall see you next time.